time is 11 a.m. in sunny California, and hello everyone! Welcome to my show! It's Monday! It's Monday! How's everyone doing this lovely beginning of the week? I see so many familiar faces. Of course, we have the Wrenches, Lady Kirin, and Charlie Let. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I see Chips, I see Ghost, I see Benny, and I see Alexel in chat. So nice to see you all. It's the beginning of the week, and of course, Nightbot is already going off. I do want to say, by the way, I'm doing like the Twitch thing where I actually have a special command on the header of the video. If you type !Ironsworn into the chat, Nightbot will give you a link to ironswornrpg.com where you can download the game for free. A lot of people have been asking because they're like, oh my god, Ironsworn looks super fun, Max. How can I get it? You can download it for free because Sean Tompkin is an absolute legend. But nonetheless, hello there. The name is Max, also known as MKirin. My pronouns are they, them, and this is my show. Today, we have a great show for you tonight. Today, I'm going to be continuing playtesting our lifesim RPG. Where's the image? Iron Valley! A cozy lifesim add-on for Ironsworn and Starforged, the RPG made by Sean Tompkin. This, of course, RPG features a passing of time, cozy vibes, growing crops, a skill system, and we'll be continuing the adventures of Spoon the Chinchilla. See, I see Alexel is asking Nightbot to produce the link, and here we go. There you go, yeah! Ironsworn is 1, a free RPG by Sean Tompkin, 2, playable solo without a GM, and 3, free to download! There you go. Yeah, usually people are surprised when they realize that you can play this game completely by yourself. You don't actually need a GM. Like we're playing it today. We're playing the game completely without a game master. So we'll be continuing that today. And while we're getting started for today, I do also want to let you know about the schedule for the week. So we have a lot of playtesting that needs to happen for Iron Valley. The deadline is the 13th of February, so I gotta get going. So we'll be playtesting Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Thursday, we're gonna do a big writing session. I gotta write basically all the actual interior of the book. So big writing session on Thursday. If you want to join me and be creative on that day together, we can do that. And of course, a little bit of a special treat. On Tuesday, we'll be playing Would You Rather Writers Edition. Kitty and I prepared a series of like 12 questions, writing related, of course, and I think we're gonna have a lot of fun seeing how we all feel about different topics, different questions, different possibilities, different past abilities. So yeah, thank you. I'm really happy with how it came out. Yeah, it looks like every week I do like one special thumbnail where I go extra, and I'm having a lot of fun with that, honestly. Again, like Kitty and I, we went on our date on Friday, right? We go on a date every single Friday, and we're sitting at our Moontomes. It's so nice to see you. Oh gosh, I love Moontomes. So we were having a date, and we're eating Thai food, right? We went to our local Thai place, and you know, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I slam my fist on the table and I'm like, Kitty, I forgot to ask people on Friday for what I should do on the rest of the week. And Kitty and I were like, well, time to figure it out. So over dinner, we were like, well, we should do this and that and this and that. And at random, we're like, what if we did a Would You Rather game? And then like over the course of like 10 minutes, we came up with all the questions. It was actually really fun. Now, another thing I want to do before we begin the show proper, by the way. Oh, hey, Crab. Welcome to the show. Again, today we're going to be continuing playtesting Iron Valley, my cozy RPG. But first, I spent all day making YouTube shorts, actually. Oh yeah, also Kitty made a tier list for a later stream. Yeah. We have a lot of fun streams coming up for sure. So I made a bunch of shorts today. Oh hey Mari, so nice to see you again. Am I pronouncing that correctly, or should I pronounce it with my Mexican accent? Should it be like Mari or Mari? Please let me know. I want to make sure that I'm calling everyone by the name they like, for sure. Now, I did make a bunch of YouTube shorts, and like last time, I'm gonna ask you guys. I'm gonna show one of those early to you guys. Oh, Charlie says, also, Max, now that I have an office, I'm super down to call up streams whenever you are. We'd love to talk about streaming with you soon. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that for sure. That sounds super fun. Yeah, we should organize something. Let me start a poll real quick, because I want to show you all which YouTube short should Maxi show us early. World premiere of my latest YouTube shorts. So we have Gremlin makes a deal. Gremlin makes a deal. We have chicken nuggies. We also have, what's the other one? The other one, I'm gonna I'm gonna write it this way. I'll let you wonder what that means. And the last one is, World God has logged in. There you go. All right, guys, the poll is going up. Oh, hey, Alex, so nice to see you. The poll is up. Feel free to vote right now. It's blocking my chat on both screens, so nobody say anything naughty while this is up. Definitely vote right now for what short you wanna see on the stream. Again, I'm making a bunch of them in advance. There's 4 shorts coming out this week, and I will showcase whatever gets the most votes. I will showcase it today, so please do take a second to vote. Again, the options are Gremlin makes a deal, chicken nuggies in all caps, the bone emoji followed by the letter R, I wonder what that means, and Wordle God has logged in. Oh, Crap says, I'm on my last few days of the semester and I'm pretty tight on time. Just jumped in to say hi, and I'll probably be able to watch you on a more stable time on 3 to 4 days. Oh, no problem, Scrab. Thank you so much for coming in, though. Again, you gotta take care of yourself. You gotta take care of your grades, okay? So absolutely no problem whatsoever. I wish you the best on the finals of your semester, and, once you have more time, definitely come hang out for sure. Yeah. Everybody wish Crab good luck on their end of semester stuffs. Also, it's looking to me like, we have a winner. So I'm gonna call it now. I'm gonna end the poll. The winner was in fact chicken nugget. Oh, wait a minute. We have a tie between chicken nuggies and Wordle God. You know what? Oh no, I guess I'm gonna have to show you both of them. All right, that's good because chicken nuggies is actually really short. So let me show you really quickly. Let me go over here. Let me stop the music. And let me actually... First, we're going to watch Wordle God. All right, everybody get cozy. So, by the way, I found the... It's time for movie time. All right, so this is Wordle God has logged on. So, by the way, I found the game that I was talking about, by the way. I was talking about a game that was basically like Wordle, but free. And you could just play it forever. It's called Wordplay. I found it. Now, you may be wondering, Max, how do you usually open up on a Wordle? Well, I wrote a book about a thief named Satan who happens to be a rogue, so I like to open with rogue, followed by a good old... If I get nothing, I got nothing, I open with Satan, and then boom. We should have enough information now. Okay, well, we have already 4 letters in, so definitely not N at the end. Now, what are we looking at here? It's until for sure. The word is until. Boom. Done. How you like that, huh? A speedrun of Wordle when? Damn, okay, Max. I forgot that I clipped that moment. I bookmarked it. I can't believe, it's such a, a 1-2 punch. I'm just like, all right, yeah, this is definitely the word. This is definitely the word. Virtual Digigirl says, hello, fellow V-Writer. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. I'm showcasing some of the YouTube shorts that are going to be going up later this week, which is a great time for you to come in here because I'm literally about to drop a very loud and very obscene short YouTube video right now. So this is actually the first video where I've actually just taken a sound and made a video of myself doing it. So this isn't my voice, of course. You will recognize the sound, but I figured it's very fitting for the stream.
I don't eat them because they're shaped like dinosaurs. I eat them because they're fucking chicken nuggets!
It's so short. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
I don't eat them because they're shaped like dinosaurs. I eat them because they're fucking chicken nuggets!
Yeah, that one came out really good. Oh, by the way, nuggies are the main currency of this stream, as you can tell from the little counter next to my face. And we're currently working towards quite a few goals. No worries, Crab. Best of luck to you. I found some Minions chicken nuggets the other day, so cursed. Oh my god, that sounds incredibly cursed, Moontomes. Now, we have quite a lot of stuff that needs to happen today, but first and foremost, we begin the stream the same way that we always do. What are you all drinking today, and how was your day? How's your day been? How's your weekend? Kitty and I had a relatively chill weekend, I'm not gonna lie. We took care of some stuff because, of course, we have to adult, unfortunately, against our better efforts, we had to adult. But we're making do. Also, I don't have any more coffee. Agüita. Oh my god, yes. A little bit of water, of course. BRB helping an old lady use the internet. Says Kitty, I love that. Water, I had a smaller cup of coffee, so I feel less jittery today. Agüita, says Moontomes, which is Spanish for water. Also, I finished the pitch presentation for the story we're going to talk about on Saturday, Max. Let's go! Let's go! Oh my god, I'm so ready to talk with Charles about their book. I'm so excited. Chip says I have some water with one of those vitamin C packets on it. Yo, let's go. I love those. Alex says water, had to go to the dentist today. Weekend was pretty uneventful because I had to work. Yeah, that happens. Hey, but uneventful is, as they say, no news is good news. Mari says warm apple cider for me. Alexa says my day has been good, updating my VTuber and drinking water. Yo, let's go. And Ghost is saying water, but I just finished my water bottle, so time to refill. Oh yeah, for sure. I had a cup of decaf coffee. It was really nice and warm, and the perfect way to... the music is still off, by the way. There you go, the music is back. There you go. Let me go back to just chatting for a second while I clear this screen. So yeah, no, I had a nice cup of coffee. Decaf, of course, I can't have caffeine or I will explode. But it was so nice. But of course, the problem with that is that once you drink it, it's gone, And I'm just sitting there like, there's no more coffee in my cup. Oh, well. I know what you're thinking, Max, make yourself another cup. But that's more caffeine, which leads towards me exploding. You understand the problem here. Irina says, water, what a great idea. Definitely hydrate for sure. Yo, let's go. Charles says, oh, my sister-in-law and her fiance dropped off hand-me-downs, so I have pants that fit and are my preferred style/cut. Let's go. We stay winning. We stay winning over here, okay? We take those wins for sure. So, now that we're all warmed up, and unfortunately I can't, I can't drink no more coffee no more, but I do have my giant water bottle. Virtual Digigirl says, my weekend was good and worked on a fic and finished some Twitch panels. Yo, let's go! Very productive. I usually spend my weekend just drawing thumbnails for the channel. And then just enjoying some time with my amazing, incredible wife, who's in the chat, Kitty. Again, I'm really proud of how this thumbnail came out. I know I showed it earlier, but I'm really happy with how it came out. I always like to add a little bit of noise whenever I'm making, an actual legitimate thumbnail. And again, I like that every week I have, one thumbnail that goes hard. I love the baby fight. The baby fight last week was so good. And the week before that, it was Stonks, I think. Yeah, it was Book Stonks the week before that. Actually, I think we had two that week, actually. Yeah, Stonks and baby fight were both the same week. I think so, yeah. Oh, and then before that, oh my god. This is probably my best thumbnail yet. This is definitely my best thumbnail to date, for sure. Welcome to the gay agenda. Ghost says, cook some lunch to take with school today, but forgot umbrella. Oh no! Oh, utensils. I thought you said umbrella. Yeah, rip for sure. Yeah, no, I hate that. Speaking of utensils, right? There is a local pizza joint that Kitty and I like to go to on dates sometimes, right? We didn't do it this week because this week we had Thai food, but nonetheless, but they have the utensils on the side. Everything's very organized and neat. I really appreciate it. But they only have paper straws, and I'm like, I understand the I understand the value of paper straws, but at the same time, Kitty and I'm a slow drinker, I'm a slow eater, kind of in a way. Kitty, don't roast me. But like, by the time we're done chatting and eating, like, the straw is completely destroyed. Oh, was it actually Umbrella? Was it actually Umbrella Ghost? Oh, that's funny. I like that somehow I managed to, like, guess what you were writing about. Irina says, am I the only one who registers Yanto as knitting? I assume that that's when Yanto is, like, banging the side of the cardboard. Most people, of course, that's Bungo Cat. But I can see that as kneeing for sure. Oh, it was utensils. Okay, for a hot second, I thought that, we got our wires crossed for sure. But anywho, alright. Enough talking about stuffs, because today is a very special day. Today we're going to be playtesting my role-playing game Iron Valley, a COSIM lifesim add-on for Starforged and Ironsworn. We're going to be continuing the adventures of Spoon the Chinchilla. This RPG, of course, is inspired by Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing, Story of Seasons, Stardew Valley, the works. And on the last episode, we created the world following the rules, the world creation rules. Wow, can you believe that I managed to get all that stuff done just in time? We created a character, we rolled its stats, we decided on the skills, and we started playing. Yes, Spoon! Yes, there's Spoon! Oh my god, the fan art last time was incredible. I was dying. So, for anyone who doesn't know, the system we're using is, of course, Ironsworn / Starforged. You can type !Ironsworn in the chat to learn more about the game. And, yo, Toby's here! Hey, Tobes! Spoon, my friend, my pal, my buddy, it's true. I love Spoon. Are you just saying that because, you're looking at things around the room? No, I really do love Spoon. Anyways, Irina says, I love Mondays and new beginnings. Yeah! Honestly, like, I used to be the kind of person who, like, I would be, like, so like, sad on Sunday. But nowadays, I'm like, no, I want to get back to work. I want to get back to making thumbnails. I want to get back to writing and making stuffs happen. Kitty asks, so what did I miss? Not much. We were just chatting about stuffs. Charles says, I'm gonna be AFK for a little bit, putting on some rice so I can make rice prosciutto for lunch later. Yo! Oh my god. I have so much chorizo in the freezer. I had it defrosted for sure. I gotta let it thaw out so I can cook it and eat it. But anyways. So yes, we're going to be continuing the role-playing game. Last time we actually completed the first day of spring, actually. And during that day, our protagonist, Spoon, arrived to Iron Valley from the big city. Oh, hey, Duppy. Hello, gamers. I believe you misspelled gamers, by the way. Don't worry about it. I got you. There you go. There's Nightbot letting you know. Ironsworn is free to download, and it's a game you can actually play completely by yourself. You don't need a GM for it. And I will be releasing, like, warm bread with chorizo sounds so good, Moontoms. But I will be releasing a version that everyone will be able to download relatively soon, probably by the end of this week, if I am able to make that happen. Don't quote me on it. These are very bold promises. But nonetheless, we are going to be continuing playtesting today. We actually, again, the world creation, the character creation, all that stuff, I feel like it's fine. I feel like it's good enough for now. I want to keep testing the game flow. So, on the last episode, Spoon the Chinchilla arrived at Iron Valley, the small agricultural town nestled between beautiful forests, a mountain that used to be home to a mining operation of iron, and of course the beautiful coast at the south point of the town. When they arrived there, it went into hole in the wall. The local cereal bar ran by Spoon's childhood friend and college buddy Nuggy, who happens to be a snake. After a little bit of chatting and spending some time together, Spoon decided to go visit its grandfather, Grandpachi Skelly, Chinchilla Times best-selling author of romance advice novels. And we learned, thanks to Grandpachi, that Ghostess can't get over how precious Spoon looks. Thank you. Chinchillas are really hard to draw. So I think I did my best. And again, like I envisioned Spoon with a big floppy hat like that. So we learned from Grandpachi that the mayor of town, Mayor Carrot, who happens to be a bunny, yes, is currently sick and not doing very well. And there's already people angling themselves to run for mayor. One of which happens to be a teen bat, who's a fortune teller, and a panda, a young adult panda who is a local restaurant owner. So it is the second day of spring. One of the main features of this game, of course, is the passage of time. So we actually simulate that by having basically a timer on every single day. Basically 4 actions / 4 failures, and the day advances. So you have to kind of plan what you're going to be doing every day. So here is where I ask the players, okay? We have several quests going. We're trying to learn more about the town's past. So we could go and talk with the bat, talk with the panda business owner, or we could just go around asking around town. We could also spend some time just relaxing. We could also spend more time with Nuggy. We do know that Nuggy's birthday is coming up on the 10th. We could start working on some sort of present for Nuggy. I want to hear from Chad what you guys think we should do. The options are go talk to the people running for mayor, spend some time resting, or make a gift. Start working on our birthday present for Nuggy. Can I hear the best course of action coming from chat? I see Moontomes is asking us to check in to start working on Nuggy's present. We can also do multiple of these things, but we need a direction to begin the day. So Irina says talk to people. I'm waiting for can we talk to the Yo, Ghost makes a really good point. We should go talk to Mayor Carrot before we start poking around the business of the other people running for mayor. We should just go ask Mayor Carrot to begin with. Mayor says present for Nuggy. Okay, so I think we can do both things today. I think we can definitely work on. Yeah, okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay, I think showing up early in the morning. I guess it might be in bad form to show up really early at Mayor Carrot's house. I'm gonna assume they live in a house. It might be in bad form to do that. So I think we should spend the morning deciding on what we're going to make for Nuggy's birthday. I think that's what I want to do. So I think the best course of action, would be to look around the town and see if there's an art supply store, because we are an art major. We went to college for art. We know that for sure. That's a fact on our character sheet. So we should see if there's an art supply store and see what we can buy there to create something for Nuggy. I don't know if I'm thinking because we could make a painting. We could probably maybe make some nice crafted stuff. We do have a bit of we have a knack for knitting and crocheting. We could make them a new beanie, a new sweater, or something. So I think we will begin there for sure. So, because we're new in town and we don't know where everything is, we definitely should spend some time looking for an art supply store for sure. There has to be one, even if it's just a general store. I envision that there's probably an art store here somewhere, where at least Spoon remembers there being one. So I'm envisioning. Now, what attribute is it? I think we're going to be using wits, which is all based on intelligence and intuition, because Spoon is going to be using its knowledge of the past to go look for that one old art supply store and see if it's still there. Okay, so the way that I envision it is, okay, the day begins. Spoon gets up from the couch. It is staying at Nuggy's studio apartment right above their cereal bar. And Spoon gets up, dresses up. I'm gonna envision that probably. You know what? Let me just roll for it real quick. How much of an early riser is Nuggy? Nuggy is 76. Nuggy is not an early riser. So Nuggy is for sure 100% sleeping in. They probably open around 8. And Spoon seems to me like an early riser. So Spoon gets up, it's probably 7 in the morning. We get up, we get ready, we'll probably have a nice tall glass of milk. And then we just we go out on the town. It's really early in the morning. I'm envisioning. Oh, I forgot. I gotta check the weather. Let's check the weather. How is the weather today in Iron Valley? It is spring, so we roll on this side of the table. How's the weather like today? 78. It's storming. It's storming today. Oh no, that definitely throws a wrench in our plans. So the way that I'm envisioning then is that Spoon, who's so used to the bustle and hustle of the big city, it's definitely a heavier sleeper. Spoon is used to like the noise of the city, you know, ambulances going off in the middle of the night, you know, cars honking in the middle of the street at all hours of the day, wolves howling, you know, all that kinds of animal-related city stuffs. Not the storms. Yeah, and Spoon doesn't realize that it's storming. Spoon doesn't actually hear it until... So Kitty makes a good point. Chinchillas can't get wet. Thankfully, this is the world of Animal Crossing where we don't have to worry too much about stuff like that. Thankfully. I mean, like, we don't even address how Nuggy as a snake can, like, you know, prepare bowls of cereal, so let's not think about that. So I think it's completely, you know, it's not until Spoon opens the door and outside is like dark and it's just like rain pouring, because it's a storm, by the way, that Spoon is like, oh, I guess it's been storming the whole morning, but you know, again, with the tail, Nuggy's very talented. Yeah, raincoat and umbrella, Animal Crossing style. All right, so I don't feel like I need to roll for, you know, the possibility of there being an umbrella. I'm just gonna assume that, you know, right by the door where there's like the coat rack and like there's probably like a little like container for an umbrella. Spoon just takes it. I feel absolutely no problem. I envision that it would be okay for Spoon to take it. So Spoon grabs his umbrella and walks out. We're still gonna get a little bit wet, but that's okay. As Spoon is walking around, you know, it finds itself, you know, out on the streets of Iron Valley. You know, even though it's still, you know, it's storming, you know, there's still quite a few people just going about their business, you know. There's very little cars on the street, but that's just the norm in Iron Valley. There's probably like 3 cars for the entirety of the town. There's people walking about, you know, people with like little baskets maybe. I'm envisioning, you know, people trying to go about their normal day even though it's storming. And of course, there's people way more prepared than Spoon. They have their raincoats, of course, and umbrellas and rain boots. And, you know, Spoon is definitely not wearing the correct types of shoes for this. But again, Spoon is out here because they want to make a lovely present for their best friend Nuggy. So we're gonna roll wits to see, can Spoon use its knowledge of the past, because, you know, it used to live in this place when they were little. Can it use its knowledge to find the art supply store? Not the wet feet, says Toby. Is so true. So we'll roll +3 because we're wits. So +3. So 1 + 3 is 4. The 4 beats the 2, but not the 5. There's a weak hit, and that's okay. So on a weak hit, we were trying our best, by the way, in case you didn't know. So on a weak hit, you succeed but lose track of time. If this brings you closer towards fulfilling your promise, mark 1 tick on it. So we're making a new promise, by the way. Ooh, I actually should have done this earlier, but that's okay. So when you make a promise, you kind of like okay. Whenever you accept the town's request, commit to a personal goal, or grow crops, envision how long it might take to fulfill this promise. If it's 1 to 2 days, 1 box. I think it's gonna take us a week. I think it's gonna take us a week to make this little gift. So let me just really quickly. It's gonna take us 3 boxes to get there, and we mark 1 progress already. There's gonna be Nuggy's birthday present. Now, I need to know real quickly, game, did we find our old art supply store, or is this a new art supply store? So the higher the number is, the newer this art supply store is. Okay, 50, right in the middle. You know what that means? It's the old store, but it's run by new people. I imagine like the children of the people who used to run it are the ones running it now. So, same place, maybe slightly different stock of things that are being, you know, put on the shelves and stuff. So really quickly, before I go anywhere else, I need to know who is running. You know, we might not actually roll like name and stuff, but what is the species of animal that is running the art supply store? Well, that was a bounce. 50, 52. What animal is under 52? 52 is an iguana. Yo, let's go. I'm picturing the artsiest iguana of all time, by the way. Found the old art supply store being run by an iguana. Now, I guess everyone clearly, okay, if Kendra was here, Kendra would be like, roll the H, you coward. Okay, I will roll to see. Do we have baby iguana running the art supply store? 39. 39 means they're a young adult. Iguanas are very artsy animals in my mind. Honestly, it makes sense. Also, welcome back, Charles. So it's a young adult iguana, by the way. I'm picturing piercings. I'm picturing like piercings and like big earrings. So we were able to find the art supply store. But it is not the same as it was before. It's being run by, I'm gonna assume, the children of the previous owners. So things look a little bit different. We found it though, and of course we lose track of time. So I'm gonna, of course, very clearly, anyone in this room agrees, it's really easy to lose track of time at a art supply store. So I'm gonna say that here's the calendar. We lose the track of time easily for sure. Painted scale nails. Let's go. I love that. I love that for sure. Oh my god. Yes. Yes. So we definitely lose track of time at the art supply store. Now, while we're here, I think, do we have to roll to figure out what we're going to buy? I don't think so. I don't think that we have to roll to purchase, a frame. I definitely think I would like to. Okay, chat, really quickly. Do we paint something or do we knit something? I need chat to tell me right now. Do we knit something or do we paint something for a nuggie? A painting, or we knit like a piece of clothing for them? I'm gonna assume that they have whatever materials we need. They're going to be there, and we definitely have like knit. A new hat! Oh my god, for sure. Okay, so we do in fact have knitting and crocheting supplies, but of course, like we need like a new ball of yarn for sure. Also, by the way, I'm gonna cross out the wheel of cheese because we already ate it. Painting would be cool, but will the supplies survive the rain? Probably not. Toby makes a really good point. It is definitely knitting for sure. Okay. For upcoming Fallout. Oh my god. A head that looks like a bowl of cereal. Honestly, that actually sounds kind of amazing. I kind of love that. Getting fitting clothing for a snake can be hard, so it's nice to get something handmade. Yo, Chips makes a really good point here. So, I'm not gonna roll for buying things because we spent like all morning at the art supply store. We found it, okay? So we bought yarn, a ball of yarn for Nuggie's present. Probably several balls of yarn, maybe some like nice little extra things to put on there. If I were writing this, I would like reach out to Kendra and be like, Kendra, what else do you need to make a hat? And then Kendra would tell me. But nonetheless, just imagine that all those things are in our bag. It's probably this little carrot bag that Spoon is carrying. And now, I'm gonna imagine, bummed that Kendra isn't here. Yeah. Okay, Kendra would be calling me out, be like, Max, roll H on all the characters because we need a baby. Oh, Spoon is buying way more than they needed. You know what? Balls of yarn. Too many balls of yarn. Can I type today? I cannot type today. Balls of yarn for Nogi's present for sure. Okay, so that's how we spent the morning. I'm gonna envision that the storm. It's gonna be storming all day. That's the thing about this game. The weather doesn't give out halfway through the day. It's all day. So I'm gonna envision that probably we make it back to the cereal bar. Although I guess we have like a tall glass of milk and some breakfast. I feel like it's fine. Charles is classic knitter / crochetter's curse, having too much yarn. It's true. Instructions unclear. Kendra missing. Buys all the yarn in the store. It's so true though. It's so true. So we have definitely made progress on Nuggy's present. Now I think that we have enough for now on the present. I definitely think now it's like the middle of the day. And I envision that, like, Spoon is probably like, oh, well, I could just go back to the studio and just, like, spend the rest of the day there, My shoes are a little bit wet, my hat's a little bit wet. I feel a little bit bad that I took the umbrella from Nuggy, but I'm sure it's fine, because Nuggy is just gonna, skitter down to the bottom floor and just, work at the cereal bar for a little bit. So I think it's at this point where Spoon remembers its conversation that it had with Grandpachi yesterday about the mayor being sick and the conflict going on, and of course Spoon did check in with Nuggy that same night, asking Nuggy if it was true, and then that's when we learned that there are two people vying for the position of mayor, one being a bat and the other being a panda. So I think that, as people were saying earlier, Spoon should do its due diligence and actually go check in on the mayor for sure. I'm gonna roll the dice real quick. Does Spoon have a relation with this old bunny? Does Spoon remember Mayor Carrot? Higher the number, the more and closer that we were to Mayor Carrot. Oh, hey, Liam, welcome back to the stream. So we got a 12. So with a 12, I think we can all agree that with a 12, Spoon heard of Mayor Carrot, but Spoon was never really close to Mayor Carrot. So maybe it might be a little bit hard for Spoon to definitely like walk in, knock on the doors, and be like, I want to check in on you. So I feel like in that case, we're gonna have to roll to see if we're even allowed to come in, right? So I'm gonna assume that in between all these conversations, we know where Mayor Carrot lives, right? So the real challenge here is gonna be knocking on their door and be like, hey, can I come in and chat with you for a little bit? And again, I sense that Spoon wanting to enjoy life in this small town senses like this friction coming in from the problems with the mayor, so they want to like really check in and be like, what's going on here? And I sense that maybe they want to help a little bit. We know where you live. I mean, I feel like everybody knows where the mayor lives, right? Like, it might be like Carrot Manor somewhere up in the, maybe closer to the mountain. I don't know. But I feel like, so here's the rub, okay? It's really easy in games like this to keep putting yourself in situations where you're rolling for things just to roll for things. And I'm the kind of person who, I don't, well, Sean Tompkin and other people who run Ironsworn, by the way, ! Ironsworn if you want to learn more about the game, who say, treat yourself like you would treat the players, right? And if I were running that game, I wouldn't make the player be like, roll to see if you can find the mayor. It's more fun to be like, roll to see if you can if you can actually go and meet the mayor. That's way more funnier. No worries, Ghost. Yeah, if it's a small town, then most people know where most people live. It's true. Yeah, see, Charlie's correct here. So I'm gonna roll plus heart. We do have the inquire skill, so we'd roll +1 when inquiring. So we are trying to learn more about the town's past. So Spoon, I envision Spoon with little umbrella in hand, makes its way over to the mayor's house, knocks on the door, and attempts to see if they can see the mayor. So +5. This should be a relatively easy roll. +5 on the dice. Sorry, wrong dice. Don't look at those. 5 + 6 is 11. Literally nothing could possibly show up on the dice that would stop us. So that's a strong hit. That's literally 3 ticks on the mission track, by the way. So that makes it that's 4-2. We're actually making so much progress. So this is a strong hit, by the way, and on a strong hit we actually don't even lose time. So the way that I'm envisioning is this, okay? We did incredibly well, by the way. The way that I envision is this: we knock on the door and we're immediately greeted by, I'm gonna assume, do I even have, I don't have a table for like, actually, I do have orientation, actually. No, I wouldn't have orientation on this. Let's just assume that it's, you know what, 50-50. Is Mayor Carrot, married to a femme bunny or a mask bunny? 50-50. Higher is mask, lower is femme. It's a mask bunny, he's gay, let's go! So Mayor Bunny's husband opens the door. And Mayor Bunny's husband immediately knows who we are. He looks at us and goes like, "Oh my God, you're one of Grandpachi's grandkids for sure. Oh my God, you're Spoon. I remember you." And like before we're even done introducing ourselves, we're already like inside, right? We're inside. They take our umbrella. We remove our hat. We take off our cloak. I almost envision that they might even get us like a little towel or something. And like we're drying up. We're immediately in the warmth of this lovely house. Now, what kind of house am I picturing? Let's just do like a classic like Animal Crossing style house, okay? Let's envision like the final upgraded version of the Animal Crossing house in New Horizons, okay? So there's 2 wings, and there's a central like living room area and a room in the back, a basement, and a second floor. Something like that, okay? The mayor's a big fan of Grandpappy's book. It's so true! It's so true! Of course they would know us. Of course they would know us. So we're warming up, and we're like currently like in this like large foyer, right? And the walls are covered with pictures of like the Mayor Bunny's achievements. Maybe like fixing up the cobblestone road. Like signing an agreement with people to protect the forest. Cleaning up the beach. Chip says Grandpachi got the gay bunnies together with his matchmaking skills. It's so true. Charlie says I'm kind of imagining a cozier version of your house in Pokemon Scarlet Violet. That type of architecture is Spanish. It's Spanish architecture for sure. The terracotta shingles and the blue tile floors. Oh, for sure. Let's go with that. I like that, especially considering that we had like an hacienda style house for Grandpachi. So I'm envisioning right away, is this large living room, right? And there's like lots of like warm colored furniture, and I'm picturing like, what do you call it when you have like a shawl or like a blanket on the very top of like on the top brim of a sofa? I'm picturing that. There's the oranges and then the sharp blues, some sharp whites here and there. There's of course like plants here and there as well. I'm picturing monstera plants like in the corners. A throw blanket. Thank you. And I'm picturing that Mayor Carrot is in fact sitting on his recliner. He has like the anime. He has like the little like anime like towel over his forehead. By the way, that's a timer for everyone to take a chance to get up and stretch your limbs. By the way, don't forget to drink. Exclamation mark hydrate. By the way, yes, a bowl of fresh oranges on the counter. Yes. Oh, hey Glory, so nice to see you again. We're playing a role-playing game today. In fact, we're testing my role-playing game, Iron Valley. We're testing it today, and we're following the adventures of Spoon the Chinchilla. It's kind of like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. Carrot themed furniture plus carrot flower pot. It's so true. oh no, Glory says my Wi-Fi went out for a few weeks, but I'm back. Welcome back. And the VODs for all the streams are up if you want to catch up. But nonetheless, we're playtesting my role-playing game today. You're catching us right in the middle of a break, by the way. Everybody, do please take a chance, by the way, to stretch your limbs. Get up if you need to. I am going to be stretching my knees in just a second. Let me just immediately 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I'm doing the thing where I'm playing a game in the middle of doing the stream. There we go. All right, I'm gonna stretch my limbs real quick. Kitty says, LOL, the dice being on the overlay is so funny. Yeah, I did that on purpose. I don't remember why, but I know that I purposefully put the overlay underneath the dice. I don't know why, but I did it. Alright, so, the Wi-Fi is fixed for Glory. My knees have been stretched, and I have thrown my cardigan off to the side because it's getting warm in here. So Ghost asks, wait, what type of bunnies are they? Well, I'm definitely, for sure, I think Mayor Carrot has to be like a very standard white bunny. And his husband is, for sure, a brown, lop-eared bunny. No question about it. That's the way I picture it. Also, I love lop-eared bunnies, but I also recognize that, much like some breeds of dogs, they force bunnies to do that. So, on one side, aesthetically pleasing, on the other side, kind of cruel. So, just, thankfully this is happening in Animal Crossing universe, so, no animals are being hurt in the process of, having adorable loppy ears. But nonetheless, I wanted to bring up that point, because Kitty would have said it if I hadn't said it myself. Yeah, it's much like the ears of like Dobermans, like they actually they literally like tape up the ears of Doberman dogs so that they look like that. Kitty's like, loppy-eared bunnies have a lot of health issues. That's why my VTuber will be one. Wait a minute. Anyways, so we're immediately in, and I'm envisioning, Mayor Carrot is sitting on a little recliner. He has like a little like short towel over his forehead. And I'm gonna say that he's like, slowly, carefully sipping on a big mug. I'm gonna say it's a soup mug. He's sipping in a big soup mug, maybe some nice like broth. And the mug, by the way, for anyone who's wondering, the mug has in fact a picture of a little carrot on the side of it. And it takes a second for Mayor Carrot to see us, to notice us, and it's in fact his husband. And actually, you know what? At this point, he needs to have a name. He can't just literally be Mayor Carrot's husband. So let me just roll. What is the name of Mayor Carrot's husband? 28. Dandelion, Crystal, or Daydream? Oh, hey, Sofifi, welcome back to the stream. We're currently naming Mayor Carrot's husband. Now, Dandelion, Crystal, or Daydream? Can I hear it in the chat? Dandelion, Crystal, or Daydream? Dandelion. Alright. Dandelion it is. His name is Dandelion. Yep. Okay. Alright. I need the information block for Carrot. Mayor Carrot's husband is named Dandelion and is a brown lop-eared bunny. Yes! Ghost is like, Mayor Carrot calls him Dandy. It's so true! Ah! Dandy for shirt. Yes, oh my god. Yes, oh my god. You're all incredible. Dandy. Oh my god, yes. I love this. I love this. I'm dying of cuteness overload. Let me get the dice off the table. So, the way that I envision it is that Mayor Carrot is sitting in his recliner, and he's like too sick and a little bit out of it because he's been a little sick for quite a while. And it's actually Dandelion who walks over and taps him on the shoulder, and I envision Mayor Carrot is like, oh, what's the matter, Dandy? And then Dandelion is like, honey, we have a guest. Look. And then finally, the Mayor Carrot actually looks up and sees us, and his eyes immediately brighten, and he says, "Oh well, if it isn't one of Grandpachi's kids. Let me see." And he takes a hard look at us and goes like, "Telling by the height and the age, you must be, Spoon, yes." Because of course he would know everyone's name, he's the mayor. So immediately he recognizes us. By the way, we scored a strong hit, which means that we succeeded with flying colors. So we sit down and we have a nice, lovely conversation with the mayor. We catch up a little bit. I guess we succeeded in the role in being let in. So my question is now, what kind of information do we gather from this conversation, other from the fact that he's gay and very much in love and in a loving relationship, which we are here for this, of course. Now we're definitely going to have to protect him. We're definitely protecting Mayor Carrot now. So, with a strong hit, I don't feel like I have to roll again to ask questions. We're already inquiring. We have been welcomed into the house, and I think that instead, I'm gonna really quickly, go grab the Ironsworn Starforged reference booklet and look at some of the tables there, because I think we're gonna ask the mayor what's wrong with him. We definitely have to ask him what's wrong with him. So let me just go to oracles real quick, and I want theme and action. Or I guess we could do. Oh my! We could do the scripture and focus, but for the love of God, don't hit me with deadly. Yeah. We're starting a quest to help Mayor Carrot's health. It's so true. I'm gonna do action instead because I don't like the other one. So let's do a little bit of scanning. So when we ask Mayor Carrot what's ailing him, we learn that 20 is charge, charge, and ooh, nice bounce. Yes, y'all see that bounce? 99 charge weapon. Wait a minute, did someone hurt Mayor Carrot? Excuse me? Did someone hurt Mayor Carrot? Is this the way we're going to be reading this now? I don't know. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like this. Yeah, I don't know if I like this. violence in my Animal Crossing? Now we god damn it, Charles. I was ready to re-roll this, but now it's like Charles like we gotta solve a mystery. Oh my god. Okay, so okay, so we're doing this. All right, so we learn after talking with Mayor Carrot for a little bit. He confides in us, seeing in that we're a person to be trusted. We just came back from the city. We are who be hurting the buns. It's so true. The Spoon is doing that thing where like it's catching like its fist in its little paw, and it's like, oh, that's it. Oh, we be throwing punches today. So Vivi says it's a conspiracy. Oh, yep. I love solving a mystery. Sounds fun though. Okay. Ghost says Teen Bat trying to save the mayor's life, or is it? Or is it trying to save the mayor's life? So, well, the mayor confides in us, and I'm gonna assume that some of the rumors already like stated this, but now we have concrete proof that the mayor isn't sick per se, but rather he got hurt after someone attacked the mayor. I'm gonna assume in the dead of night, while the mayor was walking back home. He was struck by someone, and it took a while for people to find him, but he was, of course, taken care of. And although he's slowly recovering, the wounds appear to not be life-threatening. You know what, actually? You know what? I'm gonna roll for it. This is scary. How life-threatening are these injuries? It's 8. It's not life-threatening. Everyone can breathe a sigh of relief. It's not life-threatening. We rolled an 8. It's okay. The higher the number, the more threatening they were. It's an 8, not threatening. He's gonna get better. But definitely, someone heard Mayor Carrot, and we're gonna find out. So, having learned this piece of information, I feel like Spoon immediately wants to spring into action. Thankfully, we have not lost track of time. Oh, Dandy must be so worried for their husband. It's so true, though. It's so true. I envision that while Mayor is we maintain the cozy descriptor. Yes. Again. I'm balancing the story, right? The dice were kind to Dandy. It's so true. Mari's so right today. I envisioned that while Dandy was hearing the explanation, like, he had like an arm around Mayor Carrot's shoulder, and he was like, softly, like, patting him on the shoulder, and rubbing his cheek against his, because, hearing this again is really stressful for Dandy, but maybe not so much for the mayor, who has already struggled with this, and he might already be thinking on what he's gonna possibly do once he's able to get back into office. Though clearly there are people attempting to swoop in and sway popular opinion to get themselves the mayor position while the mayor is indisposed of. Let's just say that right now. And Chip says, Chip says, we maintain the cozy descriptor, and I will explain it in a second. But first, hi Igor. My day is going great. We're having fun role-playing. How about you? How's your day going? So, here's the daily, okay? Yes, this is a cozy RPG, but also you have to trust in the dice, okay? The die says charge weapon. I envision that someone hurt the mayor. We're gonna play with that, and if it leads somewhere we don't want to, that's also okay. We will, I'm keeping control of the ship. I have my hand on the wheel. But if this gets too dark for my taste, we will definitely change the tone of this for sure. Okay, but why do people think the mayor is sick and not attacked? Sure, the small town wouldn't sit back after knowing someone in town got attacked. Healing can be cozying, it's true. So, to answer Ghost's question, I think the way we're gonna tackle this, and the way, gossip can be misleading, says Sofifi. The way that I'm reading this is that the first time we learned about it from Grandpachi, right? And he gave us the gossip version because he didn't want us to worry, right? And also because it would be bad form to just be like, oh, by the way, the mayor got attacked, because Spoon just moved here. So I envisioned that Grandpachi was trying to protect us, and that to me tells me that that's the base version that everybody knows in town. There might be people Definitely the bat knows. There might be people who know the truth, but they're keeping their mouths quiet as to keep order. I would imagine that. Again, at the core of everything, I envision that everyone in this town is a relatively nice person who means well. So, as Stoppy's saying, maybe the mayor doesn't know who attacked him and doesn't want to spread panic. So, I definitely agree with that. And again, Charles said maybe he didn't want to worry them. I agree with this, 100%. Now, I imagine that some people very close to the mayor know the truth. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe Grandpachi doesn't even know. It's possible that Grandpachi doesn't know. You know, I'm gonna roll for it. The higher the number, the more than Grandpachi knows about what actually happened. Was Grandpachi there? 69 once again. Yo, everyone, can I get a round of applause, please? We rolled 69 again. So with a 69, I'm gonna assume that Grandpachi was like, he wasn't there the night that the attack happened, but like he heard about it like relatively quickly. He heard about the attack. He heard about the attack. He definitely knew about it. And is keeping quiet because if the mayor doesn't want to make a public announcement, then what the hell is Grandpachi doing making the announcement for him? So for sure. Thank you. So for sure, Grandpachi knows but didn't tell us on purpose. So I'm envisioning that now Spoon is kind of like in on this. So with this extra energy that we have, I envision that Spoon, you know, puts on its little hat, grabs its umbrella and its coat. It thanks Mayor Carrot and his husband Dandy for the help. And even though they're like, you know, don't you want to stay and have a cup of tea? Spoon is like, no, thank you, but I have to go. So I want you to tell me right now, what do we do? Do we go and try to get some answers out of the two potential suspects? Maybe. It's possible that the panda and the bat have nothing to do with this. But again, you know, do we go and ask them? Do we go and ask someone else? What do you all think? Alternatively, I assume that a doctor looked after the mayor, so we could go and ask the doctor, you know, what the wounds look like. Maybe get some information from there. I don't know. Can I hear in chat what people think we should do, please? While I take a sip of water. So Fifi says go to the doctor. Mari says ask the doctor. Okay, I'm getting a bunch of people saying go to the doctor, which is great because it means we actually have to go and check on the doctor. Maybe we can check in with the bats, see if their fortune telling gets us any hats. Okay. Check in with Grandpachi again, says Irina. Ask the bat. Okay, so I have 2 for bat, 2 for doctor. Can I get a tiebreaker, please? I'm gonna make the mayor's health part of the main quest, by the way, also known as who hurt the mayor. It's also good to check with the local doctor to get acquainted. Local doctor it is. Okay, so let's first and foremost. Okay, so currently, let me actually write down the steps that we have done. Learned what has happened. Chatted with Grandpachi. Asked Nuggy about the mayor. Chatted with Mayor Carrot. And Dandy. And now we're gonna go talk with the doctor about the mayor. All right, so in that case, we gotta roll the doctor. So what species is the doctor of this small town? 59. 59 means that they are, in fact, a mole. Oh, a mole is I'm picturing that, like the tiny little round glasses for sure. Oh yeah, it's a mole for sure. Okay, it's a mole. The doctor is a mole. I'll write down here. I don't know how often we're gonna see the doctor, so mole. What age is the doctor? I'm picturing the guy from Atlantis, but actually a mole. I love that. Wasn't he literally just called the mole, though? Alright, and his age is, by the way, 52. They are a young adult. A young adult mole. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to actually get their pronouns too, by the way. Let's see. What are the doctor's pronouns? 44 means that it's he, him. Perfect. Yeah, lots of young adults in here. He, him. And I'm gonna assume from that, we can just assume that he presents mask, by the way. Just to speed things up a little bit. So we emerge from Mayor Carrot's house, resolute that we're gonna go learn more through the doctor. Now, I'm certain that the doctor's clinic is not hard to get to. We know where it is, just like we knew where the mayor lived. Now, my question is, I guess it's once again inquiring. Inquiring turns out to be really powerful in this game. I don't know if I want to nerf that or not, but then again, we're playing a character who's doing a lot of like investigation at the moment, so maybe it's okay. Like, you know, if we were doing a campaign that involved a lot of physical stuff, then definitely your character would be not prepared for that. But nonetheless, so we're gonna go and chat with the doctor, and I envision it's still relatively early in the day. Time didn't advance because we actually scored a strong hit, so time has not advanced. And I'm picturing that, you know, a spoon makes its way over to the doctor's office. It's raining, of course, we're all wet, but we eventually arrive at the clinic, right? And once we're there, you know, I'm picturing, like, I don't know why, but I want the building to be like rounded, like a domed building, like a you know, rounded roof. I'm picturing, or maybe it looks more like a Hobbit house from Lord of the Rings. Maybe that'd be kind of cute, huh? Like a little Hobbit hole. There's like a round door, you know. We walk through. You know, we walk through the round door, and then, you know, there's the little waiting room. Are there people in the waiting room today? The more people there are. And there's like 2 people. There's like 2 people in here, which is perfectly fine. And one of which is the receptionist. So we walk up to the receptionist, you know, and we ask if we can see the doctor. And I think it's a great time to roll dice again. So we're gonna use heart to inquire about seeing the doctor. So it's +5 again. No, wrong dice. +5 on the die. 2 + 5 is 7. The 7 beats. Yo, miss! Let's go! Hobbit borrow. The definition of cozy. It's so true. So this is actually your first miss of the game. Let's go. So we scored a 6, but a 6 doesn't beat the 10. The 0 is 10, by the way. Or the 8. This is what is known as a miss. So on a miss, you fail. Envision what went wrong or how you lost track of time, then time passes. So to me, this is really simple, okay? I know exactly what the problem is, okay? It's a small town, right? It's a small town. I envision that as we walk up to... No, honestly, Charles says, you aren't sick, so you gotta wait till his off hours. That's one way to read it, but the way that I want to read it to make it more dramatic is that as we are talking with the receptionist, the mole doctor actually, like, you know, peeks his head through like the little like curtain leading to his office. He takes one look at us, and then like scowls at the receptionist, and the receptionist immediately, you know, like turns us away, which gives me the impression that either A, the doctor is not in on it, but the doctor maybe doesn't want to reveal information to us, or sees us as a threat. We don't know. Grandpachi may have a bit of a past here, so I'm gonna leave it at that. So we're turned around, and the doctor does not want to see us and does not want to talk with us about what's going on. Also, as Charles said, it is probably a little bit unkind to show up in the middle of the day and ask for this stuff, but hey, you know, it's a small town. I figured he might have a little bit of time. So we scored a miss that actually makes the time go away. So, having lost time, now, we could... Okay, you know what? Let me just... I'm not gonna retcon, but I want to see how shady / how much did the doctor scowl at the receptionist? AKA... how bad do things look? You know, the higher the number, the worse things looked. It's a 71. Okay, things are pretty bad. He doesn't want to see us. Okay, I was gonna be like, you know, if he's okay with us waiting, we could wait in the waiting room until he was not busy, and then we could talk to him. But with that kind of scowl, that tells me we're gently being kicked out of the premises. So, we lose track of time for a little bit. I envision that feeling kicked out so harshly, probably the first time that Spoon has been treated this way in a long while. Since they left the city, let's be entirely honest, you know, Spoon came to the small town hoping that maybe things would be a little bit different, and definitely this behavior doesn't fit the way that Spoon remembered the small town, but then again, they were a child back then. I envisioned that Spoon, feeling a little bit defeated, wanders back to the cereal bar. And, I envisioned that, the hours pass, right? Because now we're, like, past the middle of the day. And I envisioned that, we pass several hours, we share a couple bowls of cereal with Nuggy. Along the way, we probably offloaded all the yarn that we bought. We're probably keeping it hidden in a cardboard box or maybe in our little suitcase that we brought with us. We need some more we need cereals right now. It's true. After learning that the mayor got beat up by somebody and also the doctor being a little bit shady, you gotta have to have a big bowl of what? What would be Spoon's favorite? I mean, like Reese's Pieces cereal. I feel like I think Spoon is someone who likes peanut butter based cereal. What do y'all think? I look at Spoon and I'm like, Spoon that likes some peanut butter for sure, right? Like Reese's Pieces. And I'm not just saying that because that's literally their color scheme for their clothes, but nonetheless. Let me take a sip of water real quick. So, now, we have been turned around. Sunflower cereal, ooh. Yeah, there's peanut butter based cereal, Alex. Like Reese's Pieces. Peanut butter and fat milk, please. Yes. Spoon's a peanut butter Captain Crunch kind of person. Hell yeah. Cocoa Puffs is also good. Duppy says, I just bought a Reese's cup with Reese's Pieces added in. That's too much power. Peanut butter Panda Puffs. Ooh, I do like that. That sounds good, actually. I like that. So, my question is now, it's the middle of the day. We have managed to get some supplies, but we have made absolutely no headway in the quest to find out what happened to the mayor. And got turned around shady vibes. Now, people wanted us to go talk to the bat. I believe it was the bat or the doctor. Yeah, it was definitely the bat. So you know what? I'm gonna honor what people said earlier in chat, and we're gonna go talk to the bat. So, but first, I think we should first and foremost actually ask Nuggy where the bat might be. So we're gonna roll plus heart to find out information about where this bat might be. So we're inquiring once again, plus 5. Where is the bat? Instead of wasting time looking for the bat, we're just gonna ask. That is a super freaking huge success. 3 plus 5 is 8. The 8 beats the 5 and the 3. So we score 1 more success. So that's a strong success with 3 progress. And that makes it 4 plus 1. We're almost close to wrapping up this mission, by the way. And because it's a strong hit, we actually don't lose time, which is perfect. So we asked Nuggy if Nuggy can give us direction to where the bat lives, or alternatively, if Nuggy knows where the the bat walks in through the doors of the bar. That would be really funny. That would be really funny. You know what? So Fifi, that's actually kind of hilarious enough. I'm gonna roll, okay? I'm gonna roll the Oracle dice, okay? The higher the number is, the closer the bat is. So if it's like a 100, the bar has just walked through the front door, okay? 16. The bat's not anywhere near us. Okay. Sorry, I rolled for it. Does the bat go to school? Well, what you gotta remember is that today is Friends Day, and I'm pretty sure that kids don't go to school on Friends Day. That's a joke, by the way. We don't have a regular week, and again, what does education look like in this small setting, right? I envision that it's mostly just kids playing games, But I do think that Benny's making a really good point. I'm gonna roll the dice once again. Is the bat at school? The higher the number, the closer they are to school. 55. I'm gonna say that they are in fact present at school, but probably like not paying attention to class. Charles gonna go make lunch. Yo, go make lunch. Hell yeah. I'm picturing that the bat is like cutting class, but like relatively close to class, So imagine that there's like the classroom, and the bat's just like chilling in like the woods, just like out around the back of the school. You know what I'm saying? So we learned from Nuggy that the child who's thinking of running for mayor, who claims to be a fortune teller, that kid is a troublemaker for sure. And if they're anywhere, they're probably just like, loitering around, chilling upside down in the forest for sure. Yeah. Smoking candy cigarettes with the bad kids. It's so true. It's so true. That is absolutely what I'm picturing in my head. So yeah, definitely Nuggy is like, yeah, oh, if that kid is anywhere, it's probably cutting class somewhere. Probably around the school grounds. So with the extra time that we got from asking Nuggy, we once again, we take the umbrella, we grab our coat and our hat, and we rush for the school grounds. We know where the school is. We used to live in this small town. We don't have to roll for finding the school. But I want to do a little bit of a nice little vignette as we get there. It's raining. The skies are dark out above. The street lights are on. With their nice warm yellowish glow. And the cobblestone road eventually leads us to a relatively small building. I'm picturing kind of like an old church, at least in composition. It's like one really large room, and this is like the all greats school of Iron Valley. And even without looking through the small window, Spoon can see that there's tons of adorable little woodland creatures attempting to study, but they're really probably just singing songs and drawing and doing drawing games together, just enjoying their time together. I envision that there's a teacher. Oh, you know what species is a teacher? I need to know. There's a teacher at the back, organizing the kids' play, and it's 71. 71, it's a pelican. There's a pelican teacher. Oh, I'm picturing like an older teacher with like big, thick, round glasses. So there's a pelican teacher organizing the kids' play, and instead of going in, we remember what Nuggy said, and we're reminded that if the teenager is anywhere, it's gonna be loitering around the school grounds. So we're gonna be using, it's definitely wits. We're gonna be using wits with no bonus because we don't have any. Wits to look for this child. We're gonna search around the school grounds. Roll for age. Okay, I will roll for the age of the pelican. You're right. I'm a coward. If older, then maybe Spoon know them. Ooh, this is an interesting point. Baby teacher, it's so true. Every single roll is like baby teacher. 57 means that they're an adult. Do it for Kendra. I did it. They're in fact an adult. Let me add it to the list of quest items, by the way. Went looking for the teenage bat. Saw that an adult pelican is the teacher. Now, quick question, Oracle. Does Spoon recognize this teacher? Higher number, yes. Lower number, no. What a bounce. 23. The pelican looks familiar, but Spoon has no idea who they are. It might be a new teacher. It might be, someone related to the old teacher. It might even be someone that, someone who, sorry, brain. Someone who Spoon knew back in the day, but now they're actually a teacher. It's possible, but they don't remember them. So we're gonna roll plus wits to go look for this bat. Also, I must remind you, it's break time, by the way. Do take a chance to hydrate and stretch your legs. As I'm doing right now, I'm going to be stretching my legs shortly enough. Let me just really quickly just buy a bunch of these so that I don't have to worry about them between sessions. And there we go. Okay, just stretching my legs a little bit. We're going to be rolling plus wits because wits is all the intelligence related stuff. And we're using our senses to search for the bats along the tree lines. I'm half expecting this child, this teen, to just be like, eating candy cigarettes off of a branch, with other avian-related troublemakers. Get ready to see like a mental image of. Ghost says someone from the city. It is possible that the pelican is from the city. Duppy says my cat just sat on me and I can't move her. That's life. That's a great way to go. I'm not gonna lie. That's a great way to go. Alright, where was I? Yes, we're gonna roll plus wits. So, plus 3 on the roll. Let's go. 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 does not beat the 8 or the 0. Once again, the 8 and the 0 coming for us. That's a miss, baby. So, we miss, and on a miss, we fail. Envision what went wrong or how you lost track of time, then time passes. So, I mean, like, it's raining, it's dark, and it's storming. So I'm gonna assume that it's hard to make out the shapes through the canopies, and Spoon spends a good while just like moving around the exterior school grounds, looking for shapes along the trees, and eventually they get tired of all the muddy floor and muddy ground and end up, realizing that they've lost track of time. We went out looking for, could not find the bat at first. Find the bat because of the storm. Ooh, have we gotten lost in the woods? Benny! Oh my god, Benny, that's so good. Especially with one action left in the day. I love that. Okay, we're definitely lost in the woods. We're lost in the woods. There's absolutely no question about it. And it's not until Spoon is like, I'm tired of all this mud here. I've absolutely made no progress. I'm gonna turn around and head back home. And they turn around, and they have no idea where they are. That we're expecting that we're gonna turn around and the school is gonna be like right in front of them. It's not. So, now that we find ourselves clearly lost in the woods, it's time to start freaking out a little bit. So, my question is, do we use wits to find our way back? We could camp in the rain. That's also fair. Also, I'm remembering that we are a chinchilla and we have the jump ability. We could try jumping on a branch to get a better view of the area around us. That sounds to me like a good course of action. That would be iron, by the way, which we're not very strong physically. So once again, try your best. If we're using strength, endurance, or a heavy tool, it's iron. I guess it would be agility, actually. Okay, so it would be agility, so it's edge plus jump, so that's a +3. I'm thinking Spoon is gonna take this, Spoon does not mess around. Spoon has gotten lost in the city before, and they know that the first thing you gotta do is get yourself a nice lay of the land. I envision Spoon, like, jumping on top of, like, a streetlight or something, just to, like, scan around, Like, where am I in the city right now? So, they're gonna, like, they put down the umbrella, they're gonna get wet, they're aware of this, it's fine. And, they kind of, like, stretch their legs a little bit, and then they jump towards the nearest tree, attempting to get a nice little, point of view above everything else. So we roll +3. Look at that bounce. 3 + 2 is 5. The 5 beats the 3 and the 1. That's a strong hit, baby. Roll for cave to high roll, finding house in the woods. Maybe. It's possible. I think we got a strong hit, though, which is a really, really good sign. I was worried that if we got a weak hit, we probably would have ended up spending the night in the woods, but we actually seem like we might be able to get out of here. So, this is them making progress towards any quest. We're just literally trying to make our way out of the forest. So, with a strong hit, we also get one. Okay, yeah. With a strong hit, a Spoon, gracefully lands on top of a really, really high branch. And from this high branch, it can see, very far all around it, and it can definitely recognize the path forward, I think. Now, that I don't feel like that would be that much fun of a roll, but yeah, Kitty says, I'm gone for 5 minutes and now we're lost in the woods. So we were looking for the bat and we got lost, but it's okay because we got a strong hit on getting a nice vantage point. And because it's a strong hit, I think that it would be completely fair for us, now that we have a big vantage point, that we can also see if maybe there's a little bat around. So I'm gonna roll on the Oracle. With this vantage point, do we see where the bat is hanging out? Oracle, high yes, low no. 9, absolutely not. Okay, there is no bat anywhere near us. It's possible the bat was never even here to begin with, maybe. I'm not saying Nuggy was acting on bad information, but we definitely did not find the bat. And that's okay. From up here, Spoon can tell that there's no bat, there's no reason to be hanging out here around here anymore. And Spoon uses this lay of the land to make its way back to the town proper. Yeah, it's also possible that the bat just blends in too well, for sure. So far today we have managed to gather a lot of information regarding what happened to the mayor, and we gathered some ingredients. Let's call them that, ingredients for making Nuggy's birthday present. Definitely, I don't think we're in an art making mood for sure. I don't think we're gonna go back to the studio and like start making a nice little coat for Nuggy. So instead, I feel like Spoon is just like Spoon just wants to find out something, right? Spoon just wants to find out some information, but I'm not sure how. Anyone in chat, can I get any ideas on what should Spoon do with the rest of the day? It's literally like late in the evening. We have a little bit of time left. We could just turn in, but we're wet. We've been like working hard all day trying to gather information. So does anybody in chat have any ideas to what? Read a book, try to unwind and relax. That's also a fair point. Okay, so Ghost says, did we lose the umbrella? No, we put it down on the ground before we jumped up the tree. I'm gonna assume that Spoon jumped down, grabbed the umbrella, and then followed the correct path to the away from the forest. Rest for the night? I feel like that's fine. I feel like that's perfectly fine for sure. So in that case, seeing as how it's been a really big day, as Mari and Moontomes have clarified, I think that with that in mind, Spoon decides, you know what, it's been long enough today, and I'm gonna go back home and get some nice rest. So let's do a little bit of again, whenever you lose track of time, mark one tick, blah 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 blah. Whenever you're ready to end the day, maybe talk with those in the bar. It's possible, but honestly, I feel like I agree with the other chatters. It's been long enough of a day for Spoon for sure. So we're gonna actually advance the time forward. So let's envision how the rest of the day goes. I envision that Spoon eventually makes its way back to the second floor of the cereal bar. It walks through the front doors, and it tries to like get all the water off the umbrella before like propping it into its little holster. Takes off, its coat and hat, and they're both pretty much soaking. And Spoon is feeling a little bit. Spoon's got leaves in its tail. It's so true. It's so true. But no matter all of this, once a Spoon is like drying itself, Nuggy has already made dinner. And let's see. Let's roll for dinner. What did random food? What did Nuggy make for dinner? A 3. A 3, it means that it's a ratatouille. Oh, let's go. A ratatouille. So, what does ratatouille look like again? Let me see. Ratatouille. Oh yeah, that looks tasty as hell. Oh yeah, let's go. Oh, it's eggplants, some tomatoes, some veggies. Ooh, that's so tasty. Charles says, love seeing my table in action. Yo, it's such a good table. I love it. Yeah, so we're definitely, we are surprised by Nuggy with a loving dish of ratatouille. It's just like a bunch of eggplant and veggies, nicely roasted in the oven. And we sit down together to have a lovely dinner, even though our hair is very wet and so are our clothes. Eventually, we decide to, maybe take a shower or take a dust bath, whatever. Don't worry about it too much. It's a video game. Don't worry about it. Eventually, we tuck in, and as we're drifting into sleep, we think about all the things we learned today. We learn about the loving relationship that the mayor has with his husband, Dandy. We think about, spending a good time with Nuggy, having cereal. We think about the children having fun inside of the classroom, just playing games and drawing and running around, and the pelican encouraging them to have a fun time. And even while we were wet on top of that tree, we could see the beauty in the wondrous nature that surrounds Iron Valley. So even with all that stuff, we still had a good time. And that brings the end of Spring 2nd. So we begin Spring 3rd. It is Soup Day, a day where people traditionally have soup and enjoy a nice meal together. We wake up in the morning, and we should actually check the weather. First thing in the morning is what you should do. What's the weather like today? 20 means that it's sunny. We get up in the morning just the same way we did the day before, and this time when we open the door, we're ready to go. We had a tall glass of milk and some toast in the morning. Nuggy is of course still sleeping, and we open the doors, and outside is beautiful and sunny. It's a clear morning and a great day to get stuff done. Yeah, check the weather and seize the day. All right, so I think that it's a great time, if any. I kind of want to chase that bat. We could also check in on the panda, but I feel like we should check the bat first. I feel like there is a certain, I don't want to say that we're discriminating against the bat because it's a teenager and teenagers do stupid things all the time. Forgive me for saying it so bluntly, but I do think that maybe Spoon can be like, hey, I think Spoon wants to like find out the answer to what the bat is involvement has to do with this, I feel. Ghost says gasp, it's a rainbow because it was stormy yesterday. Yes. There's definitely a beautiful rainbow connecting the two large mountains in the distance, for sure. Oh my god, it's a beautiful rainbow in the morning. So I want to find out more about this bat. Now, how would we go about it? We know that I guess kids. Do we just wait for the bat outside of school? Is that the course of action? Do we just show up at school early and be like, hey, can I just talk to this kid real quick? Is that a possibility? Let me take a sip of water real quick. Instead of a pot of gold at the end, it's a bowl of soup. That's the way it works in this setting for sure. I think I want to find out what that kid's up to. Again, I feel like either this kid is the one who did it or this kid had nothing to do with it, It can go both ways. So let me immediately, once again, with the nice sunny weather, we're able to make it to the school grounds with absolutely no problem whatsoever. We follow the cobblestone roads, the snaking little path between houses and, parks and, like plots of land where people are growing crops and a community garden. Nonetheless, we find ourselves outside of the school. It's a tall church-like building. LOL, Spoon, that's so suspicious waiting outside the school. Yep. I'm gonna assume that school starts relatively early. So when we get there, okay, let's see. How busy is it when we get there? The higher the number, the busier it is. Give me a 99. 50 on the dot. Okay, it's pretty busy. I'm envisioning that there's quite a few parents that are dropping their kids off, in the morning. I'm envisioning, let's say like let's go. An adorable bunny mom holding the hand of both of its bunny children as it's guiding them towards the school grounds. It kisses each one on the forehead as they go up the steps of the building into the school. I'm picturing like a tiny little like Finch child, getting a pat on the back from its parent as it like hops up the steps towards the school. And there stands Spoon, not standing guard quite so much, but rather just kind of, waiting there to see, if there are signs of the bat. Kitty, there's a targeted attack against me. Yes, there's so many cute bunnies. Bunny mom and bunny babies. Yes. So, now that we're here, we don't have to roll to be here. We don't have to roll to, get here on time. I feel like, we already established in the fiction that Spoon is an early riser. So my question is, how can we find this bat? We could ask around. Asking around seems about right, actually. So let's begin by asking around. We might even be able to catch the pelican teacher. So what we're doing here, actually, this just makes so much sense to me. So let me actually, we know that the pelican is an adult, but we don't know their pronouns or presentation, so let's roll that right now. Yo, that spin. 68, their pronouns are he, they. Let's actually go. He, they pronouns. And the pelican presents it. 78. Ooh, other. Hell yeah. Yeah, so they're not androgynous or masc or femme. They're just like big gender. Oh, I love that. Big queer teacher energy. Let's go. Let's actually go. And we know they're a teacher already. So, I'm envisioning them. I see them as a very fabulous teacher. I don't know why I'm picturing like colored hair. But they're, very well dressed. And definitely like excited. Yeah, like he, they, Mrs. Frizzle, Miss Frizzle, for sure. I'm also picturing scarves. I don't know why. I'm picturing scarves. This is a very fabulous he, they teach for sure. Gender, yeah. Very gender pelican teacher for sure. So we see that the pelican teacher is like greeting the children as they're walking in up the steps of the school, and we take this as a great chance. Once most of the kids clear out, we walk over to the teacher. Oh, we don't even know their name. We don't know their name. What am I doing here? What are we doing here? His name is 70. 70 means that their name is Orange, Phantom, or Rogue. I'm not sure about these actually. I'm gonna reroll. I don't like any of these. Imagine glasses, but they're absolutely those like fake glasses that's only like the bottom part of the glass that are just there to look cool. I'm gonna reroll these names, by the way. None of them jump at me. I'm gonna reroll. 9. Okay. Basil, Auburn, or Bingus. No one in the room say Bingus. Auburn is like a really good like trans mask name. Nobody say Bingus. His name is not Bingus, Basil. Oh, sorry, I'm stupid. Kitty's the smartest person in the room. I highlighted 8. Actually, their name is Birch, Bite, or Aura, or Aurora. Birch? Birch sounds pretty good to me. Birch is cute. We're gonna go with Birch. I like Birch. So, also the way that I'm name is Birch. By the way, the way that I'm picturing this, by the way, is that Kitty says phone auto corrected Birch to the other one. Bite, lol. Yeah. We're not calling them that. Like Bite and Rogue those are better names for like the troublemaking teenagers for sure. So here's the way that I'm envisioning it, okay? We stand there waiting for a little bit for the kids to clear out, and by the time that the kids clear out, Teacher Birch has completely noticed us and completely wants to make sure that nothing weird is happening here. So as we're approaching them, they're already ready to like talk to us. So we're gonna inquire. We're gonna inquire about the bad teenager. So that's +5, and we get extra tick on progress. So let's roll for it. +5. 1 + 5. 1 + 5 is 6. We do not beat the 6. That's a 7. I thought it was a 1. No worries, Mari. Mari says they gotta go to work. See you later. Thank you for coming. It was so nice to see you. So, we're in trouble because we rolled +5. 5 doesn't beat the 6 or the 7. This is a miss. So here's the way that I want to see this, okay? So either A, the teacher doesn't want to tell us anything about the bad child, maybe because the bad child is already in enough trouble, or B, they don't know anything about the bad child because the bad child only shows up to school when they feel like it. So I'm gonna oracle this. So why did we fail? Did we fail because the pelican teacher Birch didn't want to tell us anything, or did we fail because the bad child is unknowable? An unknowable force. So the higher the number, okay, let me rephrase this, okay? The lower the number, the less it has to do with the pelican. The more the problem, the more it has to do with the pelican. So we're rolling to see if the reason we didn't find out any information is because of the pelican rather than the bad child. Higher or more pelican? It's a lower number. It's not about the pelican. It's actually about the bad child. Yeah, the bad child is a problem. Chips says the bat predicts Spoon seeking them out. Yo, oh, you know what? I'm stealing that right away. So, we don't make progress. Well, we don't succeed. We don't succeed in seeking the bat, but we do find out some information. And I'm gonna say that, you know, as we're asking for information, as soon as we approach Teacher Birch, the pelican, you know, like looks at us and goes like, Oh my god. This really is happening. Like he asks for a name like 3 times. It's like, you're Spoon. Your name is Spoon. And you're a chinchilla. And you're looking for insert name of bad child here. We should probably name the bad child actually. So let's actually roll that name right now. The bad child is named 93. 93 means that they're named Time, Terra, or Waffle. Kitty says, hi artist, I need someone to draw bad teen smoking outside of the school upside down on a tree. Waffle. Oh my god. Okay. Terra's good. Waffle says Sofifi. Oh no, it's down the middle. I need chat. Chat, come out of the woodwork and just tell me what name should be. Time, Terra, or Waffle. Don't let Waffle win. Don't let Waffle win. Oh, go says Terra. Oh my god, thank god. Unless anyone else speaks right now, I'm gonna grab Terra. Okay, Terra is so goth. Okay, sorry, Doppy. Time is good, but no one is picking it. Waffle is my cat's name, says Moontome. I love that though. Okay, so we have learned. Let me go put them over here. So, Terra. Terra is a bat. Waffle is a good name for a cat. It is. It is. We know that they're a teen. We don't know their pronouns or presentations, so let's just roll that right now. We learned that the bat is named Terra. And Terra is my friend's name. Oh, I love that. 50 means that they are she, they. Oh, I love that. I'm here. I'm so here for she, they bat. And gender presentation. What gender does this bat present? 81. 81 means other. Again, you know, I definitely feel like Professor Birch and Terra, you know, even though they don't see eye to eye, they're like, well, we're both queer as hell, so I'm here to protect you. So, other for sure. And they are a fortune teller. And we need to roll their birthday, actually. So let me just go roll their birthday right now. Random data. Roll it. Yes, bat slay. 15. Oh my god, your birthday's on the 5th. It's on the 15th of spring. Are you kidding me? Spring 15. And I gotta go put it on the calendar. Cake. Terra's birthday. Fortune teller. They read tarot card. They read tarot for cash during lunch. That is absolutely what it is. Yeah, for sure. I envision that Terra is just like instead of setting up like a lemonade stand, Terra just sets up like a little table in the middle of town square, and it's like, I will read your luck for like 5 pennies, or whatever the currency is called in this world. You know, I'll read your fortune for like 500 bells. Terra cards! Ah! I love that, I love that, I love that. Reads fortune on town square using deck of cards named Terra cards. It should be acorns. Yeah, the money in the setting is acorns for sure. So, let's get back to the present. So, we failed at getting information directly from time short advance, by the way. Let me just go cut this already. Okay, so we spend a little while chatting. So the way we lose track of time is that even though we don't get, we don't get information from the pelican, we still learn a little bit of information about the bat. We learned that her name is Terra, she, they pronouns, and that, they are indeed a little bit of a troublemaker, but the teacher is defensive of them. And even though, we may have good intentions, the teacher is not gonna throw the kid under the bus. And also, Spoon can't even talk to Terra today because Terra said yesterday that someone, a chinchilla named Spoon, was going to be looking for them at school, and that was the reason why Terra couldn't go to school the next day. And at the time, Professor Birch was like, okay, well, yeah, that's a tall ask, of course, but you still have to show up to school tomorrow. And then, of course, come the next day of school, Tara's not here, and there is a chinchilla named Spoon looking for them. So Professor Birch is like, sometimes their cards really do come out right, But anyways, the little bell goes off, like ding dong, ding dong. Could a member of the mod team give me a hand, please, on the chat? Thank you. The malicious ladies always showing up. Sodernia, hey Sodernia, nice to see you. Good morning. The malicious ladies, be gone. So, Charles says, "Oh, sorry, I was drawing my own ladies." No worries. I've actually never banned one of them, so I don't even know how to do it. Should I practice? I think I know what to. I think I know what to press. But anyways, so Sodernia says, "I would say I'll be the only malicious lady here. Thank you very much, but I'm not malicious, so no worries. We're just having fun here." We learn a little bit of information, but then the bells of the school go, ding dong, ding dong, and Professor Birch, with its fabulous outfit, is just like, all right, well, I gotta get back to babysitting all these adorable children, so I'll see you later. And I love the idea of Professor Birch being like, oh no, you'll be around, you'll see me too. Don't worry about it. And Spoon, having lost quite a good time of their morning, wanders around town. That's another reason why we lose track of time, by the way. We wander a little bit around town because we heard in passing that Tara likes to do card readings at the town square. So we went there and we did not find them. Time passes. It's I would say probably around noon right now, and having not found this gosh doodly darn bat anywhere, I wonder if Spoon is feeling a little bit frustrated. I wonder if Spoon is feeling frustrated regarding this bat. Are we approaching this the wrong way? Is it possible we're approaching this the wrong way? Is there another way to find this bat? Alternatively, we could wait on finding the bat and seeing about interviewing / talking to the panda restaurant owner. Alternatively, because I'm like, we could go see if the authorities know anything about what happened that night. Of course, we're not really a detective. We're just an adorable chinchilla. But at the same time, would they even let us talk to them? It's possible if the law enforcement of this small town were incompetent, which is possible, which is a possibility that could be happening. So I wonder, our mission is ultimately, at this moment, we want to learn more about the town's past. We have not spent much time relaxing. We've been kind of, really busy finding out what's happening. We haven't spent time getting to know our host or working on Nuggy's birthday present. So I think, since it's nice and sunny, I feel like, things haven't been working out for Spoon. They really haven't. And I almost feel like Spoon is internally like, you know what? I bet this kid's gonna find me without me looking for them. So I think for a little bit, at least for a couple hours, Spoon is gonna sit down at the town square, for sure, and they're gonna pull out, reach into their. Thank you for the reminder, by the way. Everyone, take a chance to hydrate. By the way, the timer went off, so take a chance to hydrate. So I'm thinking that Spoon is gonna take a chance to just sit at the town square, sit on a lovely bench underneath the shade of a lovely blooming tree, and they're just gonna do a little bit of yarn of crocheting, of knitting. I'm gonna assume that their little carrot adorned bag has some yarn in it, and I imagine they're gonna start working on Nuggy's present. Now, I think, considering that we have a little bit of time before there, we're on the 3rd of spring, we have until the 10th. I think that we can very easily make them a little hat and maybe a little sweater. So let's start working on that. So what would be now, are we using charisma, compassion, or humor? Or no, we're using expertise for sure, so that's wits. We're using our knowledge of crocheting and knitting and our experience to create something for Nuggy. We're not going to use art because, unfortunately, although knitting could be considered a creative art, the right skill would be tailoring, which we don't have. So we're just going to roll +3 on this roll. And here we go. How much work do we get done on Nuggy's little new beanie and new sweater? 3 + 6 is 9. Well, a 9 beats both of those two, so that's a strong hit, baby! So we don't lose time. So that's 2 progress on the birthday present, so that takes us to 3. So let's envision how we get a lot of work done. That's a double 2. Yeah, that's true. Kitty's so right. So there's a special rule in Ironsworn where on a match, whenever dice match, you should consider that and see how that affects the narrative. So I think that it would be perfectly fitting, as I was establishing earlier, if you would like to rewind and see the foreshadowing. I feel like it isn't until Spoon finally decides to just sit down and just do something other than look for the bat, that the bat finally finds us. So as Spoon is putting away, or as Spoon is feverishly working away at this beanie, using both of its little hands and just going back and forth with the crocheting needles, getting a lot of work done, they notice that someone has sat next to them. And, Spoon wouldn't make much of this. As a matter of fact, living in the city, you get used to random people sitting next to you on the bus and etc. So Spoon doesn't make much of it. And continues working on the beanie until next to them comes I'm gonna say a little bit of a raspy voice, and the voice says something to the extent of like, I knew you would be kind of an airhead, but not this much. And Spoon turns to its right to see that there is a bat sitting next to it on the bench under the shade of the lovely, beautiful, blooming tree. So, I need. Can I get some descriptor? Yeah, give me some descriptor. I need to know what this bat looks like. I know it's like a goth bat, but just give me one oracle roll, okay? This might be a bad table to roll on, but let's just see. 37. Yeah, okay, never mind. This table doesn't work for this. Nonetheless, you know what? Instead of rolling for goth, let's just assume that they are definitely a goth. Thank you, Kitty. I am gonna take a quick little break. I'm gonna just get up and stretch my legs real quick. Dear people of the chat, can I get a call on what this bed looks like? I'm picturing goth for sure, but how goth? Like skater plus goth, or just pure goth? Are we talking like heeled boots and fishnet and black everywhere, black lipstick? Like what kind of goth are we looking at here? Bangs that cover one eye for sure, one eye covered with their hair. Yo, same brain. I do love the gothic Lolita. Oh my god. Okay, it's definitely gothic Lolita for sure. I have to do gothic Lolita. I have to. Yo! Chips, let's go! Chip says, I may have a doodle to show in a second. I felt the vibe. A bunch of piercing probably done by themselves. Whoop. Chips! Let's go. Oh my god. I'm so excited. So, in that case, I'm gonna hold off on a description because apparently we have a doodle incoming. But for now, definitely, Tara is sitting next to us. And I'm envisioning that they're literally shuffling their deck of cards. They're shuffling their deck of cards. Not you know what? Okay, how aggressive is their shuffling? The bigger the number. Yo, Benny! Oh my god, you're all so incredible. The bigger the number, the more aggressive they're shuffling their deck. They are aggressively shuffling the deck. They're aggressively shuffling their deck of tarot cards. And I think that we have a great chance. Time did not pass because we were so productive at that moment. I think that it's a great chance to now finally inquire with them. So now that we have them in front of us, we're going to inquire using heart plus inquire, so that's a +5 on a roll. Let's see. Our goal here is to ask about what happened with the mayor and to see if Terra has anything to do with that. So it is 5 plus 5 is 10. The 10 beats the 1 and the 2. That's a strong hit, baby! We're making so much good time today. So that's 3 progress on learning what happened to the mayor. We have already gotten 4 out of that. So we succeed in getting information. But what kind of information do we learn from this? So immediately I feel like as we're talking with Terra, Terra is like being like, oh, I knew you would ask that. You know, like as we open our mouth to ask, you know, it's like, hey, so do you know anything about what happened to the mayor? You know, Terra is like, yeah, I know that someone attacked him. And then Spoon is like, I didn't say that someone attacked the mayor. He is sick. And then, you know, Terra is like, no, I know that he, you know, he's not sick. Someone attacked him. Someone attacked him on the middle of the night. On the last day of last year, on New Year's Eve, someone attacked the mayor. There you go. I like that. It literally happened the day before we got here. I love that. It was on bad drops. Okay, everybody stop. Everybody stop. I need to know. There's been bad drops. Yo! Holy crap. I know that I'm reacting before the viewer can see anything. Let me actually... That is such a vibe. Holy crap. Chips, you absolute legend. Saving that to downloads right away. That was so fast. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, that is such the vibe. Oh, I love the little heart, the piercings. And yes, it's a candy cigarette. Oh my god, yes. Chips. I love it. I love you, Chips. Thank you so much for this gift. Chip is speed. Chips says, I started early. I felt them in my bones. Let's go. Thank you, Chips. Oh my god, thank you so much. I love this. I'm leaving this open for now. I'm putting it over here so I can look at them whenever I have a chance. They are adorable. I love them. I actually think it's really smart what you did with the little like shawl. Because the shapes of the shawl and the skirt like goes very well with the shape of the bat wings. Like it's actually like it's a really clever character design that you did there. A little bit of theme stacking, you know. So good. Anyway, I'm gushing. Thank you so much for drawing fanart live on the stream. Really appreciate it. Oh my god. Also, I know that Benny's also making something too. I'm like so shook. Anyway, let me put the music back on real quick. So we know from talking with Terra that Terra already knew or knows what we're gonna ask and already knows that the mayor was in fact attacked by someone on New Year's Eve. With a strong hit, I think that with a strong hit, I don't think that we have to roll. Yeah, right, so Fifi says that the ears are so nicely done. Yeah, absolutely. Chips did a really good job, for sure. With this really good roll, I feel like we know that Terra is not lying. We're inquiring, so like it would be shitty. It would be shitty to like we roll a really good roll at getting information and we get bad information. So I have to assume, based on the context and the story that we've been playing so far, that Terra is being truthful here. And I actually feel more comfortable with a teenager telling the truth than an adult, if that's not a terrible thing to say or admit out loud. So definitely feel like Terra's saying the truth here for sure. So we know that something happened on New Year's Eve. Actually, you know what? Later, Terra met with us. We learned that Mayor got attacked on New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, the day before we arrived. And I like that we might have to change this date later, but like, because otherwise, like, things move really fast in the town. But we'll see. Nonetheless, it happened, before we got here, and I feel like we need to learn one more thing. I guess you know what? We can infer from the conversation with Terra that Terra is certainly not the one who did it. Now, I feel like in our conversation, we definitely asked Terra how is it that they know. And now, it would be unfair to learn everything in just one conversation. So I assume that Terra's answer is, I looked at the cards and the cards told me that this was going to happen. In which case, you know, whether we believe that or not, that's on us. But I'm going to roll really quickly because I need to know, okay? Do we believe Terra when Terra says that the cards told them everything? Higher number is that we believe more in Terra. Do we believe Terra when they say, we don't believe Terra? With a 24, that's really low. So we don't believe that Terra knows because of the cards. Terra is certainly not the one who did it, but we don't know how it is that they know all this. How it is that they know all this. Spoon is definitely skeptic for sure. Again, this might mean that we're just reading them wrong, or it might be that there's something else going on. They say that their cards are to thank for their knowledge, but Spoon is skeptic. Just stealing that ghost, by the way. Okay, so we have definitely learned a lot. It happened literally like the day before we got here, or maybe a few days before we got here. We have a little bit of extra time talking with... No, I feel like we have learned enough. I feel like... Would I ask... Okay, if I was the one running this game, would I ask the players for another role to ask for more information? I think in this context, I will ask for another role. Plus, this is the first person they talk to as well. We gotta search for more info. Detective Spoon. It's so true. Detective Spoon needs more info. But before we head out, I feel like we've been sitting at this bench for quite a little bit. And actually, okay, no, yeah, we don't advance time just yet because we got a strong hit. So I think we're gonna inquire again. But the one question I want to ask, I want to ask Terra, why is it they're running for mayor? Or why is it they're angling themselves to be mayor? And I want to find out their answer to that, their honest answer to that. So we're going to inquire again. So that's +5. 6 + 5 is 11. Yeah, nothing can beat this. Yeah, so I actually really like this. Because 6 + 5 is 11. You can only roll from 1 to 10 on a 10-sided die. That's absolutely a strong hit guaranteed on both ends. So on a strong hit, again, time doesn't pass again. Which makes me feel like it probably should pass, but oh well. We're still testing the game. So we get a strong hit. Let me just immediately mark 3 more progress on this. That was meant to be a 3. I apologize. There you go. Excuse me? Sorry, I think I hit everywhere. I hit all of my windows in one go. Please excuse me. Okay, there we go. That got scary for 1 second, by the way. And wow, okay. So I moved my hand over my keyboard for 1 second and I muted everything. And all the windows got messed up. Charles says sometimes you have very productive conversations. It's true. But I guess, like, to me, it felt separate, right? Because we have the whole, like, you know, how do you know about the stuff about the mayor? And then the more personal question of, like, why are you running for mayor after all this, you know, with all this stuff going on? You know, you're just a teenager, you know, to boot. So we're going to learn the true answer. And the true answer, I wonder if... I feel like the parallels are... The parallels are that either A... Terra is running to stop whoever else wants to run, or B, they feel that they might be able to do a better job than the current mayor. So let's roll. I'm gonna say a low roll means that the reason that they're running is to be a better mayor, and a higher roll means that they're running because they want to stop whoever else wants to run. So their motives are either personal, low number, or impersonal, high number. What are your motivations, Terra? Oh, they're personal. Okay. So Terra feels Terra, with the 39, I'm going to say that it's relatively personal. So Terra feels that they can do a better job than the current mayor. And I kind of like that. I have overconfident teen things. It's true. Chips is so super correct. But it's kind of endearing, actually. Because that to me reminds me that Terra is in fact a teenager, you know? Terra looks at this problem, looks at all these adults fighting, and Terra goes, I can do this better. And they might be right. We also learned that Terra earnestly wants to run for mayor. For mayor to make things better. Alright, I love that. I actually really like having learned this. And we're almost done with the quest of learning what happened. But of course, this is going to evolve into actually finding out who did the thing. But for now, it's still the middle of the day. I imagine that eventually the conversation ends. And I'm going to actually advance time, even though I'm not supposed to. I feel like I have to change the time system so that time passes no matter what you choose to do. I might do that. I might change that. Let me write that down. Because it definitely feels like if you roll well, you have way more time to do things. And like, originally I thought that might be good, but I like the idea of like, you only have 4 rolls per day. I actually do kind of prefer that a lot more. So I'm going to make a note of like, Iron Valley change for Wednesday. On Wednesday, review moves. So all advance time. I like that. Like Nightbot just waited for me to go quiet to start posting again. By the way. Okay, let me take a deep breath. Okay, so it's the middle of the day. We have gotten Terra's point of view. I think it's definitely time to get the panda's point of view. We gotta know what the panda has been up to for sure. So, I think that we finished a conversation with Terra, and I don't know why I want Terra to do like the Batman, where like Spoon is mid sentence saying something like, well, I think it was nice that we got to talk. When I first was looking for you to get to know what was going on, I was concerned that maybe you were at fault, but now that I've had a chance to talk with you, I know that that's for certainly not you. So yeah, it was really nice to talk to you, Terra. And then Spoon looks over to its right, and Terra's gone, right? Like Terra just vanished. I really like that. I want Terra to pull off the Batman, so that's definitely what happened. And it's the middle of the day. It's definitely, I'm gonna say like 2 o'clock or something, right? We've made a lot of progress on making the present for sure. Thank you, Kitty. And I think it's time to go see what's going on over at the restaurant for sure. She has a flair for the dramatics. It's so true. She definitely has a flair for the dramatics. So I'm thinking that it's definitely time to go see what the heck's the deal with the Panda restaurant owner. So, do we have to look for the restaurant? I don't think so. Yo, Benny dropped the doodle. Let's go. Oh my god, yes. I love them. Oh, that's so pretty. Yes, hell yeah. Yo, also, by the way, I love the extra addition of Terra and Birch, by the way. I love them. Here's a chicken nugget for you. Oh my god, thank you. I love it. I definitely love the wallet chain. The wallet chain for Terra. That's definitely a vibe. I see that vibe for sure. Yo, I love it. I like the brush that you used to, by the way. It has a lot of texture. I love me texture on a brush, by the way. By the way, I like that Yanto is covering like part of the drawing. Let me see if I can move Yanto. Where is Yanto in all this? Where did I put Yanto? Oh, there it is. There you go. Once again, thank you so much, Benny. Really love. Oh my god, I love all the fan art. And again, Professor Birch for sure. Yeah, I love the off the shoulder like shirt. By the way, it's absolutely it's on the money. It's on the money. You couldn't see my mouse for a second. Let me put Yanto back on. There we go. Once again, thank you, Benny. Ghost as the fan art makes my heart soft. I know. I'm so blessed. People are making fan art like live on stream. I'm so happy. Not that you guys have to do that to make me happy, but I'm just like overwhelmed that everyone is just so sweet. Yeah, Yanto wants to say hi too. Yanto hates it when people are the center of attention and not him. It's so true. So it makes sense that Yanto would be like, no, pay attention to me, because I'm the baby. So, it's the middle of the day. I don't think we have to go around looking for the restaurant. If anything, I feel like within the last 2 days of like being here, we might have already walked past it. So I think that we're simply gonna just walk into the restaurant, and also we're gonna go get some food. We're gonna get some food. So the way that I'm picturing this is that Spoon is like, you know what? Why not feed 2 birds with 1 scone? I'm gonna go to the restaurant. I'm gonna have a nice meal, and I'm gonna see if what I can learn about the restaurant owner. So first off, I should roll to see. It's definitely lunchtime. So what kind of food do they serve at the restaurant? Please, for the love of God, please, I implore you, I'm on my knees. Please don't let it be anything. You know what I'm saying. It would be bad if the panda sold, you know. Anyways, please don't let it be anything Asian. I implore you. 59. God, wait. What's spam musubi? Is that spam musubi? It's Japanese at least. Okay, I'm gonna have to do an editorial on this. I don't want the panda to be selling anything Asian related. That feels a little bit too on the nose. Let's try that again. 36. Pad Thai. Pad Thai is a little. How much of this is Asian food? No, Charles. It's not your fault. The problem is that it's if on the 3rd roll it's still Asian food, I might just leave it as Asian food. 55. Onigiri. Chat. Okay. Well, is it less bad if it's Japanese food? Ghost, Asian food is so good. Asian food is so good. It's one of my favorite foods. It just feels a little bit bad to have a panda selling Asian food. But I guess if I roll 3 times in a row and it was like spam musubi, pad thai, and onigiri, I guess they sell Asian food at this restaurant. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's like a chain. I don't know. Don't worry about it. Okay. More like pant thai. No, Benny, no. All right. Are there? Okay. Thailand panda. Are there pandas in Thailand? There are, in fact, pandas in Thailand. Okay. You could. I mean, I could always choose from the list. It's true. I could just choose, but at the same time, the dice has spoken, and also Benny, the idea that it's a pan-Thai restaurant is killing me. So you know what? We're committing to this bit now. Let me go. And we decided to go have. I guess I should. I like pantai. Pantai, whatever, it's fine. That's funny enough that we can roll with that. So I'm gonna. Oh crap, we need a name. Okay, so the job is restaurant owner. This is subverting expectations a little bit, so I'm kind of okay with that. And it is a panda, and it's a young adult. Pronouns are, we gotta actually roll pronouns and names. So let's see. Names. I swear to God, dice, don't F me again. I swear to God, please. I implore you, I'm on my hands and knees. 24. Coffee bean, cloud, or coin? Ooh, coffee bean, cloud, or coin for the name of the panda. Can I hear from chat, please? Coin would make it. I mean, like, it's true. So Fifi says, why is it problematic? Their family could just be of Asian heritage. It's true. I do feel like it being, like, Thai food definitely, like, subverts the stereotype a little bit. Coin is kind of cute. I kind of like coin. These are all good names, by the way. Cloud. I feel like I am Polish. If I had a restaurant, there would be pierogis. That's fair. That's very fair. My only issue is that I feel bad because if I name them Cloud, I'm gonna be picturing. Okay, you know what? Okay, I just want to say that if we named them Cloud, we all know that this is what his hair is gonna look like, right? we all know that his hair looks like this, right? And I don't know if I want to, like, you know, Panda Cloud Strife, god damn it, yes. Guys, does the panda have Cloud Strife hair? Is that what's happening now? Does the panda have Cloud Strife hair? Wait, do you hear that? Do you hear that sound? Do you hear that scribbling in the distance? It's the sound of people trying to draw art of this bear wearing freaking, having spiky hair. Oh my god. Alright. It's Cloud. They're a cosplayer on the side. It's okay, I kind of like that. They're a cosplayer on the side. Alright, it's definitely it's Cloud. It's Cloud. Oh my god, the fan art is so on fire today, by the way. Their name is Cloud. Can I get a pun for Strife that might make it food related, please? Cloud Strife. Pronouns. We gotta roll pronouns. Oh my god, please. Femme Cloud would be so good, please, for the love of God. We already rolled the age, by the way. Don't yell at me. We know that they're a young adult. Number 1. They, them. Let's go. Pog. And they present. Come on. They present Mask. Oh, okay, so it's Cloud Strife. Okay, it's literally is Cloud Strife. Okay, all right. Non-binary Cloud Strife. And I'm gonna roll for your birthday. I swear to God, if you're all spring babies, I'm gonna be so mad. Ah, thank God, you're like fall. This is a fall birthday for sure. 67 is fall 17. All right, let's go. Fall 17. All right, so Cloud is a panda. Runs a restaurant. They serve Thai food in there. And can I get an image of a Thai restaurant so that I can have a mental image of that, please? I do love the idea of this like small town having like a Thai restaurant for sure. Oh man, this stuff looks so tasty. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm gonna make all of you hungry with this image, by the way. Oh my god, it looks so good. Oh my god. So, charge, weapon, buster sword, tapping temple. It's all coming together. Terra, Cloud. It's Final Fantasy Iron Valley today. It's so true. Oh my god. So like so the salivating that's happening right now in your mouth, that's what's happening to Spoon right now. Spoon is like looking at the menu, just waiting, like sitting in a little bench waiting for their table. And like they're salivating, right? So I'm gonna say, so what are we being served by Cloud themselves? No, it's another server. I'm gonna say, Kid is like, fuck, I can't get soup today, how dare you. I'm sorry. So let's see. Is the person, I have to make the relationship table. Kitty and I were talking about this, a table that just tells you if someone is related or if they're friends or they have like a romantic relationship. I gotta make that table ASAP. But anyway, is the person serving us related to Cloud? Is their name Jack? Zach? 85, they're related. Obviously Sephiroth is the one that attacked the mayor. How dare you? What animal would Sephiroth be if he were an animal in Animal Crossing? I will patiently await all of you to reply to that. So this is definitely it's Sack Wolf. Ooh. Oh yeah, Ghost is hitting me with the eye emojis. I'm making a relationship table. I think it was Moontomes who asked for the crush-o-meter. It'll be part of that. It'll be a table where you can just like, roll to see like, hey, do these two know each other? And you can be like, oh, they know each other, and they were roommates. Or it can be like, ooh, and they actually secretly love one another. Or like, actually they're a found family. Stuff like that. Just for the sake of hilarity, we're being served by, oh my god, they were roommates. Okay, so is Sack the panda older or younger than Cloud? A little bit older. Oh, gee, it's just like, oh my god, it's just literally like the same thing. Oh my god. old. Yeah, it's a little bit older. Yeah. So definitely, we're being served by went to Pand Thai, the local Thai restaurant run by Cloud, the other person running for mayor. I need to sneeze. Give me a second. And I'm back. Okay. Older brother. Oh, definitely slightly older for sure. Where we were served by Sack, Cloud's slightly older brother. And they both have stupid hair, by the way. What if the mayor is Sephiroth? Yo, is Nibelheim gonna happen here? Like, is there gonna be like a big fire and just like bad things are gonna happen? Anyway, Final Fantasy references out of the way. So we go in, you know, we get served the table. Let's go. So, you know, we sit down, and as we're being served, I definitely feel like it's time for Spoon to use inquiring. Karoth! Nibelheim in my comfort game? Yeah. Sephiroth fire. Okay. So, and does anybody want to draw Mayor Carrot? Basically this scene, but it's Mayor Carrot wielding the Masamune. Anyway, that's a joke for like everyone in this chat who knows about Final Fantasy VII. But anyways, Nibelheim in my comfort game. Oh my god. Again, like, I don't, you know, we might even learn that it wasn't even like an attack that was meant to be like on purpose, you know, like this might end up being very cozy at the end. We don't know. You know, maybe no one will go to jail. Maybe Cloud the panda won't go to jail. So we're gonna roll heart plus inquire, which is a 5. Well, rabbits do like to nibble. Nibble, how dare you? How dare you? Everything's coming together. Oh my god. Anyways, I'm gonna roll. So let's see. Can we get information regarding Cloud? Yo, the bounce. Okay, that's a 9, and that beats 4 plus 5 get 9, which beats the 5 and the 2, so that's a strong hit. We also get one more progress, so that's a 3-banger right there. We make this and makes this. Can't believe we unveiled the Iron Valley conspiracy live on stream. It's so true. Oh my god, how deep does this go? So we get a strong hit, which gives me the impression that definite, like, I don't want to say that like Sack the panda literally like sits at our table and just chats, but that basically happens like in between getting other orders and stuff. So we definitely, like, you know, we chatted up. So Fifi, I thought so. Maybe someone took Kara for something else in Darkness or stuff. Yeah, it's possible that the attack was for someone else. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there is an elite unit of trained woodland creatures. Anyways, I was hoping that my brain would come up with a nice like joke to end that, like soldier, but it's like animals. Oh yeah, Sack is a red panda for sure. Oh yeah, he has that big, like, yeah, the big like puffy tail for sure. Yeah, he's way too goofy to be like a regular panda for sure. And also, much like Cloud and Sack in Final Fantasy VII, Sack is just cooler and better in every single way. Just like red pandas are cooler and better in every single way than regular pandas. We all know this. It's true. Alright, so, we got a strong hit, and we succeed, and this brings us closer towards fulfilling a promise, which is finding out stuff about the town. So, what do we learn about Cloud, the panda restaurant owner? And I think that we can actually leave that to the dice, actually. Do we learn positive things? Or do we learn negative things? Kitty says, LOL, or controversial FF7 opinions are showing. What controversial opinions? Cloud is lame. That is literally the entire plot of FF7, is that Cloud is so lame that he like mentally tricked himself into believing he was someone cooler than him. And he's so cool and so uninteresting that like you learn later that like in all the flashbacks he was just a nobody. He was just a jobber in the background of all the flashbacks. Oh my god, Sophie says, and the attacker won't admit that they did it because they're so ashamed. It's so true. Charlie says, I like Cloud, but I haven't watched or played FF7. Oh yeah. Honestly, you may be thinking, oh my god, Max, you're spoiling the truth. In fact, I think that knowing that Cloud is uncool going into FF7 is better than not knowing. Cloud is very gender. Cloud is very gender. It's true. I mean, like, I look at Cloud and I'm like, that's a butch lesbian look, you know? Like, straight people don't dress like this, Cloud. We should name the restaurant Gongaga. Oh my god, how dare you? Alright, well, yeah, especially the wheelchair segment. We don't talk about the moment where, like, Cloud ends in a we don't talk about Cloud being in a wheelchair, okay? We don't talk about that part of the game. The part of the game that no one remembers because nobody actually beat FF7 back in the day. But anyways, we're moving right along. So, do we learn good things or bad things? The higher the number, the worse things. Moon, explain the joke. Okay, Gongaga Crater is an area from FF7. That's what I thought. Wait, it took me to someone's Let's Play, excuse me? Gongaga is, yeah, it's a town in FF7. Yeah, oh yeah, this is the bad one, yeah. Oh, it's also Cress's core joke, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, isn't this the town where Cloud ends up in a wheelchair and then everything goes bad? Anyways, enough FF7 for today. Oh, it's Saxtown. Oh, that makes more sense, yeah. You know what? We're committing to the... We're committing ourselves to the meme, by the way. Yep. Anyway, so, do we learn good things or do we learn bad things about Cloud? So the higher the number, the worse things are, okay? 0! Yo, 06? We actually learned nothing bad about him. And again, you know, that might have to do with the fact that we're learning it from, you know, their brother. But I'm gonna assume, again, this is a cozy RPG, and people would only be lying if it was, I mean, like, with like a 06, I have to feel that, like, there's really, like, nothing bad we're learning about Cloud. So, so here's the way that I'm picturing it, okay? As Zack, the red panda, is going around serving tables, Spoon is, like, you know, asking, like, little questions, and once Spoon actually just straight up goes, like, so, you know, how is your brother like, you know? I haven't been here in a while, and I want to know, you know, what are the businesses like around here, you know? I'm thinking of staying for a long while, and, you know, I heard things about your brother, you know, I want to know, you know, what he's like. And Zack actually, like, pulls the chair and sits on it the wrong way, further ignites headcanon of Cloud being a himbo. It's so true. Cloud is such a himbo. It's so true. I imagine that Zack pulls out the chair, sits on it the wrong way, because that's what gay people do. Queer people like to sit in chairs the wrong way. So Zack, of course, very queer energy, sits on the chair the wrong way, and it's like, oh yeah, my little bro. Oh man, I love my little bro. My little bro, he works so hard, you know. My little bro, you know, when we inherited the shop, you know, we could have both gone to the city. We could have gone to the city. I wanted to go to the city, but my little bro said, you know, we gotta stay here and take care of the family business, you know? You know, there's always been pandas working on Gongaga, you know, serving Thai food, you know? This is the most ridiculous sentence I thought I would say. This is the most ridiculous sentence. But, you know, it ended up being my little bro who wanted to stay and take care of the business, you know? Right now, my little bro, you know, he's out, they're out getting stuff from the local farmers, you know? We only have the most freshest of veggies out here, you know? And I like the idea that, you know, the reason why Cloud isn't working at the restaurant today is because Cloud is actually, you know, going to the local farmers and growers and getting, like, the freshest of veggies and spices. And with a strong success, by the way, with a strong hit, I do think that Spoon can sneakily ask, I want something to the extent of like, you know what? Okay, yeah, okay. Here's the way that Spoon is being very sneaky, by the way. Is Spoon asks something to the extent of, so I'm staying with Nuggy, who owns the cereal bar, and Nuggy was telling me that it saw Cloud at the New Year's Eve celebration in the center of town. Was Cloud there? Or something to the extent of like, just Spoon is asking a question to see if it can pin Cloud being at the town square, maybe to get some info to see where maybe Cloud was on that night. And we're gonna see how successful is it. The higher, the more successful it is. 55, somewhat successful. So I'm imagining that Sack says something to the extent of, Sack is like, little bro loves the local celebrations. Little bro, we were actually serving some food out there. My little bro was definitely out there, making sure that everybody got their fill. So definitely we know that during the New Year's Eve celebration, we learned that Cloud is a really good person, works hard, and takes care of the business. We also learned that Cloud and Sack were serving food. On New Year's Eve party. Cloud the homeboy. Yeah, instead of like, oh look, can you believe it? Cloud, instead of like getting this idea in his head that he has to like go and become something that he isn't, he just stays home and takes care of his mom. Wow, Cloud, can you imagine how great your life would have been if you hadn't just like left to just trying to like seek someone else's version of coolness? I can't believe the noodles punched the mayor. I hope that when we get to the resolution of this mystery, it is a little bit more satisfying than the noodles did it. Alright, so we got a strong hit, for sure, and we have a lovely meal, and I have the faint feeling, and definitely I'm gonna say that because we definitely asked multiple questions. We spent a good while here chatting with Sack as different customers were coming in and out of the shop. We had definitely a nice heaping plate of tofu pad thai, and I'm imagining that of course we had some boba as well. Oh, gotta love some boba. So, at the end of our long conversation with Sack, in between, mouthfuls of food and Sack serving other tables, we learned that Cloud is kind of a hard worker, kind of a good person, but they were present on the night of the attack. They were near the town square. The clown square was what I almost said, by the way. By the way, I have not closed this tab, so I have this image of Sephiroth just like lingering on the side of my screen. And it's kind of ominous, okay? I'm gonna close it because it's a little bit too ominous to have this image of Sephiroth standing in the middle of, Nibelheim being on fire, so I'm gonna just kind of close that. Clown squares where Raz and friends hang out. It's so true. Hey, talk about a lovely, Fabulous Gaze reference. Now, everyone, I'm gonna ask you all, I gotta go check something real quick. I'm gonna be right back. So I'm gonna put us on the loading segment real quick. Thank you, Kitty. Everybody take a chance to take a quick break, by the way. Stretch and drink some water. Fill up your bottle. I'm gonna be right back, okay? I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. It's just, I thought there was something happening, but it wasn't. Yo! Do we have a malicious lady while I got up? Did I miss that? Did I miss a malicious lady? I did. Oh my god! Let's go. Anyways, I'm back. It's getting kind of warm in here for no reason, which is strange. But nonetheless, anyways, welcome back to the show. I'm gonna be advancing the story now, but before I... Sneaky malicious ladies. I know! They're so malicious. So Fifi says, I'm at my grandma's. She just made some delicious tea. Yo! I'm so jelly. Oh my god, I would love some tea right now. Even if it's getting a little bit warm. Nonetheless, where were we? Okay, so as I was taking care of a little thing here and there, I thought, you know what? So we've been working on several quests. Oh, isn't there a ban button? So you can also hide them. I'll just hide that user forever then. Okay. Charles said it's the same bot from before. Reported them from spam. I wish there was a ban button. There is a hide user from channel. I just did that right now. So maybe they'll leave us now for a little bit. So, no, it was the same person. It was the same person. I have hidden them from the channel so they will never show up ever again. So we only need 2 more progress until we have completed the quest, you know, learn the town's past or what has been happening lately. So we could rush to complete that quest. Alternatively, we could actually spend some time relaxing. Really? So only I'm allowed to hide people forever? Damn. Okay, never mind. Oh, Kitty says never mind, I'm just blind. Yeah, it's the icon that looks like it's the icon that looks like this. Let me hold up. It's the icon that looks like this. You saying that you can only block Kitty but no one else? Well, definitely don't block Kitty. Oh, I see hide though. Okay, yeah, there you go. That's the one. Yeah, if you press that button, people just get sent to the Shadow Realm forever. Alright, where was I? Yes. So, I think we could kind of rush to complete this quest, catching up on everything that's going on, and then unlock a new quest to find out what's going on with the mayor. Alternatively, we could spend some time actually, like, you know, enjoying the new weather here, or actually spending more time with Nuggy, which honestly, I kind of feel like maybe we should report back to Nuggy and see what Nuggy thinks. I have decided that is actually what I want to do. So after having a lovely meal, and I'm envisioning that, you know, we spend a little bit of time walking around, maybe getting some lovely air. Sidonia says, does YouTube not have an automat setting for streams? Because I feel like that's something it needs to invest some time and resources into. If not, I don't think it has it. I am pretty sure it does not have that. But that's okay. Thankfully, we don't get that much spam. It's probably like 1 or 2 people every like 3 streams. And we do have lovely mods here. And I will be keeping an eye out from now on, now that I know how to do it. But yeah, definitely, it would be nice if YouTube, like, actually, you know, put some time and resources into this system, you know? Nonetheless, so, after spending a little bit of time walking around town, you know, breathing in the lovely, beautiful, fresh air of Iron Valley, I think, how much time do we have left? Oh yeah, we only have time for one more thing. So definitely, we're gonna go have dinner hours later. We probably do some knitting or something, but we don't make a lot of progress. We're just focusing on enjoying the beautiful weather of this small town. And eventually, we go to have dinner with Nuggy. And I'm gonna roll really quickly. What do we have for dinner with Nuggy? Food. 89. 89 for dinner, which is this column over here. Ooh, shrimp scampi, or alternatively, tofu scampi. Actually, fish is actually okay in Animal Crossing. So shrimp scampi for dinner, I do like that. That sounds delicious. So as we're having dinner, I think I want Spoon to kind of like report back and be like, so I spent the last couple of days asking around, and today I got to see, you know, Tara, the teenage bat, and I learned a lot about Cloud, the panda restaurant owner, and they're checking in with Nuggy to see what Nuggy knows and what maybe we can figure out, and what might be your next step from here onwards. You know, seeing as how it's possible that the people. Kitty says, rip my tummy, too many good foods. I know, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. I didn't have much for lunch today. I had a little bit, but I didn't have much, so I'm excited to, once the stream is over, getting some food. But for now. So, I don't think that... It's possible that maybe Cloud might have been the one who hurt the mayor. It's also possible it was someone else, and I'm willing to believe that's the case. Oh, I gotta defrost the chorizo. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I will put it on my notebook. Defrost chorizo. Got it. Thank you, babe. Alright, so, notebook aside, I'm gonna roll, and I don't think it's inquire. I don't think we're asking questions. I think we're literally just like, we're externalizing all of our thoughts in the attempt, with the intention of having Nuggy help us sort our thoughts out. By the way, I just realized that I have the Sephiroth amiibo just like sitting on my desk, like right next to one of the windows that I use for tracking the stream. So I'm just like, oh my god, he's here. He's watching us. He knows what we're doing. Anyways, so I think it's definitely compassion. Charisma, compassion, or humor. I definitely think that we're still using our heart just to like relay our information clearly, and maybe, you know, hope that Nuggy can help us see something that we haven't seen yet. So we're doing plus heart. So +4? Nope. +4. That's a 9. The 9 beats the 1 and the 5. That's another strong hit. Let's go. So on a strong hit, we get 2 ticks of progress, which definitely complete this quest right here, by the way. So this is absolutely complete. Let me just highlight it so that I remember to... Boop. There you go. So we chat with Nuggy, and Nuggy helps us see a point of view that we had not realized yet, and we will get there. But let's review what we know already. We know that on New Year's Eve, on the last day of the year, something happened between the mayor and someone, and the mayor was ultimately hurt. We know that there was a big feast happening in the town square, and that Cloud the panda and Sack were probably serving food there. We don't know where Tara was, but we are pretty sure that Tara was not involved in it. Tara might know because they might have seen it happen, but they were not involved with it. They're not the ones who hurt the mayor. And it would kind of make sense because so far Tara has been like the cards told me, but it's also possible that Tara's just like, as a bat, they're able to like sneak around and like, you know, get information from their surroundings, and maybe they just know more than they let on. Or maybe it's also just the cards. Who knows? So there might be someone else who was involved, and I think that's what Nuggy reveals to us. Nuggy reveals to us that there's one more person. There is one more person who was one more person who may or may not have wanted to hurt the mayor. Maybe because of a misunderstanding, maybe because of different stances. Maybe the mayor put in some sort of like community project that harmed them in some way. So we're going to be creating the person who may be the main suspect. So after catching up with Nuggy, we learned there was one more person who might have wanted to hurt the mayor. And they are... It's time to roll a character. So, what species of animal is this person? Let's begin first with the species, because I kind of like starting there. It is 65, almost a 69, 65. It's an ostrich. Oh, freaking ostriches. It was me, Dio. I love that. It's an ostrich. Almost 69. I know. Rip. So it's an ostrich. Excuse me. I don't want that window. I want this window. It's an ostrich. Now, what is this ostrich's job in the community? So, what is your job or role? Please don't be baby or ghost. 17. They are a bodybuilder. Can we call them Dio? We're at this point we might actually have to call them Dio. Yo, this ostrich is buff as hell. It's a bodybuilder. It's freaking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's the Arnold Schwarzenegger of freaking ostriches. It's a buff as hell or ostrich. I'm losing my mind. I do kind of want to call them Dio, but let me see if we get a funnier name, we might go with that instead. So let's see. What is their name? 10. Their name is 10. Does that mean their legs are hella buff too? Yes, they never skip leg day. So 10 is... Okay, no, never mind. It's Bliss, Azul, or Blorbo. It's absolutely Dio. Their name is Dio. No one even say Blorbo in chat. Their name is Dio. It is in fact Dio in all caps, by the way. So now, yo, what if it's big buff lady though? Bio. Oh, I love Sodernia. Blorbo the buff ostrich. No, it's not Blorbo. We were not gonna do Blorbo. So, what age? I swear to God. If we roll a 1, I'm vetoing it. Okay, what is the age of this ostrich? Please don't let them be a child. Please don't let them be a buff child. Blorb was his cousin or something. I love that. Please don't let them be a child. I will. No. I am absolute. No. It's not a buff child. This is not a buff child. It's not a buff child. It's just, no, absolutely not. I am no. I want everyone in chat to shut up right now. I am not making this a buff child named Dio. God damn it. Buff child got beef with the mayor got beat up by a child. Fucking hate this. I hate this game. I love this game. They are in fact a child. They are a child. This is the one who did. This child is definitely the one who did it. They oh my god, they thought they were hunting a monster. Oh my god, I'm picturing like the most buff like child of all time. It's a buff ostrich. Oh my god, if I look up buff child, would I get in trouble? okay, alright, never mind then. Alright, don't look up buff child. Suspects: himbo, teen, buff baby. It's a child. Alright, so what are your pronouns, baby child? Your pronouns are 72, which means they're he, they. That's fair. He, they. We're here for... hey, you may be a buff baby who may or may not have beat up the mayor, but we will respect your pronouns. And what do you present as? You presents femme! Yo, it's a big buff! It's a big buff! Are we reading the character as trans? It's possible we could read them as trans. Alternatively, is it possible that they're like they look like an anime pretty boy, but they're like, you know, they're like secretly buff, you know, like that thing in anime where like they rip off the shirt and they're ripped as hell. Like they look like a pretty anime boy, but they're actually ripped as hell. Is that a possibility? Oh, I'm making so much money in this little farming game. I like Kitty being like, I'm clipping this shit. Okay, I'm okay. All right. So it's definitely it's like this character is like the. Okay, what's a buff anime character? Buff anime boy. This is a horrible thing to be googling. What am I doing here? Sorry. I love that the first thing that came up is that guy from Yu Yu Hakusho. Is this what the ostrich looks like, by the way? Is this what the ostrich looks like? Baby One Punch Man. Very. I mean, like it's true though. Like in JoJo, it's actually, you know what? Yeah, it's just like this character is literally Dio actually, because Dio's very femme actually. Yeah, it's this. Okay, if I look up a picture of like Dio as a child. No, but like buff Dio though. I don't want like. Yo, hold up. That being said though, is this the ostrich? Is this the ostrich that beat up the mayor though? Sidonia, my first thought was honestly Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist. Yo, is this the ostrich that beat up the mayor though? Baby Dio. I like that, like, they're a child, but they might be like, they might be like 10 years old, okay? Alright, well, I definitely love, we're gonna have to figure out how we defeat this absolute unit. So, I definitely feel like the way that this episode slash day ends is absolutely like, you know, we're having a tasty shrimp scampi with Nuggy, and then you know, we're like, well, I don't think it was the teenage bat, and it's definitely not the panda restaurant owner, because they're all really nice, but I wonder who could it be? And then Nuggy is like, well, it's probably that baby, and then Spoon is like halfway through like eating, or like no, Spoon is taking a sip of water, and then they're like spitting, they're like hold up, they're like, what do you mean baby? And then we cut to credits. Yo, we gotta get Spoon on the training arc. Yeah, is it gonna be time for Spoon to like just pick up the baby, and then, you know, and maybe we do a shot where, like, you know, like we cut to like the interior of like some like of like a bedroom, and like you see that like on the shelves there's like, you know, like children's toys, there's like some like action figures, you know, there's some Fortnite toys, there's like a Fortnite poster in the background, and like the sheets on the bed are like very cartoony, but then there's just like weights, and you see this like child ostrich just like pumping iron, just like and then it's doing like that super workout where like you do like a push-up, and then you jump in the air, and then you push up again. Yep. It's just this child just getting super buff. Oh my god. The music playing in the background is like freaking like Push It to the Limit. Alternatively, You Are the Best Around. It actually is Dio, by the way. Oh my god, wait, hold up. Dio in shadow. Are you literally telling me that this episode ends with just like... Hold up. Can I... Oh my god. I can't believe we're actually doing this. This episode just ends... The episode ending is just this, right? It's just like you just see the outline. You just see the outline of this buff child. Just see this outline of this buff child with like fog hanging on to like the bottom of the floor. They're in mid shadow. Everything in the room is dark. It's a buff child. It's just a really, really buff child. Kendra's gonna lose their freaking mind. Alright, no one is allowed to tell Kendra anything about this episode. Or I mean, you are. I mean, I'm not your mom. I can't stop you. Oh my god. This is absolutely bananas. And that's why I love rolling dice and seeing what happens. Now we have now we have baby Dio we have to contest with. And I swear to god, if I wasn't trying to playtest this game, I would be like, alright, I guess there may or may not be stands in this setting. And now Spoon has to find out their own stand. There we go. Alright, so. Kendra's gonna lose their mind. It's so true, though. It's so true. Alright, and with that, we complete the third day of this campaign. I definitely like, again, but there was a message that Kitty said earlier that I loved. That baby? A spoon holding a spoon to its mouth, then dropping it? Yes, that's the way I picture it, too, for sure. Dropping a badly drawn Dio in the art channel. Yo, let's go. Let's go. Yo. Yes, I love this. I love this. Oh my god, I'm saving this. It's Dio. Oh my god, yes. It's so buff. Yo, how could we possibly overcome this really, really buff 10-year-old? Our time in Chinchilla Community College did not properly prepare us for dealing with this one really, really strong child. Oh my god, let me give you a nuggie for that. I'm gonna give you a nuggie for that. I love that you can see the emojis, by the way, on the screen. Let me go back to putting the music back on. Alright, and that's today's session. Alright, so, what have we learned from playtesting this game? By the way, that's a 2-2. Yo! Excuse me, the malicious ladies don't... Yo, okay, I guess I'll just report them, I guess, for spam? Yo, malicious ladies all over? Yeah, weird. Anyways, how's everyone doing today? So we had a lot of fun today. I want to give a big shout out to everyone who submitted fan art for today's campaign, by the way. I really appreciate it. This is incredible. I'm still crying. Everything is precious. I love Dio wearing a tutu, by the way. You wouldn't really beat up a child, would you? Oh, we're gonna see. Oh, we're gonna have to see how we overcome this problem. Wait a minute. Did it happen again? Oh my god. Excuse me? Okay, well, you're timed out. There you go, you're timed out. Jesus. 4 encounters. Huh. That's weird. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to see. Kitty blows smoke off finger guns. It's so true, though. Alright. I'm gonna put it on the notebook. I'm gonna go see if I can look up how to automod on... The word I'm looking for is YouTube. YouTube automod. Alright. So, I want to say, now that we're winding down, by the way, we have like about 9 minutes left on the show. I'm thinking... Whoop, I'm gonna take this off, by the way. So, what have we learned today about the game? So, I definitely think that the passage of time should be faster, for sure. I would like time to move a little bit faster. And definitely... So, currently, if you get a strong hit, time doesn't pass, and that feels a little bit too strong for me. So, I might make it so that time moves twice as fast on a miss. So that way, for instance, you know, if you score a miss, 2 units of time advance. So you lose even more time. That might be one fix for that, for sure. We're going to be trying that on the next session, for sure. And I don't want to say that we're going to be done with Spoon relatively soon. But I definitely want to test more of this game system. So we might be... there might be 2 sessions left in Spoon's story, so I will, you know, do my best to do more with Spoon, for sure. Or we might just keep playing with Stu. We might just even, like... I mean, what we could do... We could just, like... We could do, like, a alternate universe where everyone is just humans or fantasy races instead, and we can just literally use the same characters. That might be fun, actually. We could do that, too. Oh, so then it says, sorry to go back to this, but it seems like YouTube's hide function only hides them from all the other viewers. I think you have to straight up block them, which is kind of ridiculous. What? What? Should babies be on a table? You mean as in like the possibility for people to make babies, or just like... Ah, so Phoebe's just asking about babies being in general. Okay, so... okay, so the possibility for baby is only 1%. Let me go back to the screen. So the possibility for baby is 1%. And the possibility for child is 9%. I might lower the scale. You know what? I'll make a note here. I'm actually gonna make a note here. Make child less likely. Make child and also make, because I feel like most characters should be young adults. Make child and teen less likely. I definitely feel like maybe those should be like, you know, less likely to occur for sure. And Kitty says, increase the adult. Yeah, I think so. This is fair. Yeah. Let me just race, adult, and young adult. Okay. Then I'll even things out a little bit more to make sure that we have more of these two than everything else, for sure. Is there anything else that they get? I mean, I definitely have to make the relationship table so we can see, you know, these two people are friends, or these two people used to date, or something like that. And that might also give you like a, you know, and again, you may be wondering like, Max, but what if you roll something really bad on the romance table? Don't worry, I have already thought about how to fix it. Don't worry about it. You know, don't just sweat it. I have figured it out. But I have to make that table first. Is there anything else that the game needs fixing on? It definitely feels like Inquire is a little bit strong, but at the same time, it's a game that you're playing to have fun. So, like, who cares, right? The stat layout also, like, all I've literally done in the stat layout is just give you, like, an extra +1/+1, which is not that bad, I don't think. Yeah, I feel like my only issue... I want the passing of time to be a little bit more consistent. Oh, yeah. The crusher-meter will be part of all relations for sure. Yeah. Yeah, and definitely, I like the passing of time for sure. The passing of time feels really fun. And I really like the idea of, like, you know, you only get, like, X number of rolls per day. That feels really good, honestly. So I might lean harder into that. Because, like, it reminds me a lot of, like, Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing, where you're like, well, I only have X amount of time to do everything in the day, so what am I going to prioritize, you know? Am I going to, you know, take care of the plants and then go do gifts, or am I going to go to the caves, that kind of stuff? I want to do more like that. All right. Now, since we have been playing for a while, I want to ask a question of everyone who's watching, because I assume that if you've been watching, you have seen the progress happening. Kitty says, it might make things a little unbalanced for farming, but we'll have to check. That's also very fair. You make a really good point there, Kitty. Yeah. Maybe the issue is that strong hits are really powerful with the high stat arrangement. Maybe I should just lower the stats and just make them standard Ironsworn stats. That's also a possibility. I could also just do that. Maybe we'll just do the regular Ironforged stat arrangement, and that will make it so that you can't have strong hits. You can't roll more than 10 anymore. We could also do that. So that's also another idea. Let me write that down. Regular Ironsworn 3-3-2-2-1 stats. So that way you actually can't, like, roll over a 10 and guarantee a strong hit. That might actually fix the problem, I think. So let's pretend that we already did that, right? So let's pretend if we did that already, then the stat arrangement will be 3-3 and then we need another 2. It's definitely iron before anything else. Let's pretend we did that already, right? So that means that if we roll hearts and inquire, we roll +4. So the most we can get is a 10, which would guarantee a weak hit, even because you have to beat whatever number the dice get. So a 10 wouldn't beat a 10, so that's guaranteed a weak hit no matter what. Or, you know, yeah, if you get a 10, it's a weak hit no matter what. That's true. So Kitty and Ghost said, Kitty says that should help. Then maybe people who want extra coasting can use buff stats. That's super right. And Ghost says, oh yeah, maybe like a recommended playstyle and a more comfy playstyle. I like both of those ideas for sure. Let me write this down. Plus extra comfy comfy mode, which does the 4, 3, 3, 2, 2 instead of that. There you go. Yeah, because in that case, whatever your strongest attribute is, you're definitely gonna you're guaranteed a strong hit if you get anything over 10. Should we make an we should actually make a little, yeah, Kitty so completely correct as always. We need a cozy theme and action table. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, because like the Ironsworn one is not really is not cozy. And again, nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with this. This fits the aesthetic of Ironsworn, but definitely, like, you know, destroy, eliminate, manipulate, you know, suppress, surrender. These things don't really fit our aesthetic, so we have to make our own table. So we're gonna need a bunch of stuff later. So 100 verbs and 100 nouns. We're gonna have to make that happen. Benny says, almost like difficulty scaling, storytime versus nightmare mode. Yeah, for sure. And again, like, the reason why I really like this system is that, like, and this is actually, fun fact, I'm actually gonna see, can I even show you? This can be Thursday's project, maybe. That's possible. So, actually, fun fact, you may be thinking to yourselves, wow, Max, it's so revolutionary that you're adding a difficulty setting to the RPG. That's actually built into Ironsworn. Let me see. You know what? I'm actually going to do !Ironsworn. And I'm actually going to go download the RPG right now so I can show you. I'm going to go download it. I'm going to go to ironsworn.com. ironswornrpg.com. And I'm going to download it for free. And give me the actual rulebook, please. Download a PDF. Thank you very much. Oh, it's 2 already? That was quick. Okay, let me just really quickly, because I love this. I love this game, right? Oh crap! No, I need you to go back on the screen, buddy. Okay. Let me really quickly find the downloads folder. Ironsworn rulebook. Let me go to the table of context and character creation. Is it assets? Nope. Character basics? Okay, so this is actually the basics, actually. Let me see if I can. Where is the actual? I feel like there was. Anyways, so, in the book somewhere, you can actually make the game harder. It might actually be in the load starting set, but there's actually alternate set arrangements if you want to make the game harder on you. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say. We will do more talking. I see that Sophie says, "Can't wait. Will you make this list with chat or off screen?" If I make honestly, let's be entirely honest, it would almost be a waste of time for me to do it on my own, because with all of our brain cells combined, we make so much work happen very quickly, so we'll probably do that on Thursday. We'll definitely make it with chat, for sure. I can't imagine a world where I make oracles without you guys. I can't imagine that. So, really quickly, I want to thank everyone who made fan art today, by the way. Thank you so much to, I believe this was Chips, I believe this was Benny, and this was Ghost, I think. It was Ghost who did that. Yes, it was. Oh my god, I'm so goated. I remembered everyone. So thank you so much for everyone who made a fan art. I really appreciate it. You guys are incredible. Thank you for brightening my day with your lovely, incredible art. I really appreciate it. And of course, I do want to say that the #1 place to support me is coffee.com/MKirin. I only pimped my Ko-fi once today. So I want to say, if you donate during the stream, you get a message read by the beautiful machine voice, and you also get nuggies. I get nuggies that go towards our goals, such as unlocking art streams. We're really close to those, and I have to make so much art for this book, so please help me get there. And draw 151 Pokemon from memory. Once again, coffee.com/MKirin. I do once again want to remind you of many various things, such as the music you heard today is from Lo-Fi Leah. The app that I use to be a VTuber is Videotube. You can go and become a Videotuber yourself. And also, my website is MKirinAuthor.com. You can go there and learn about my books, or actually use the links in the description of the chat right now. Ghost said, if the Google Doc will be open by the end of the week, will that be official or just intended to people to play test? So, we're not sure. We're not sure of how that's going to happen. I might just make a version, because I might just put it on Itch.io, honestly. I'll probably just put it up on Itch.io. And by the way, thank you so much, Charo, for putting up the links, by the way. There's the links to the Nuggies and the links to my books. And of course, I want to say thank you so much for coming to my stream. Please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified. These things let YouTube know that I matter and that the algorithm should pay attention to me and make me someone who appears on everyone's recommended list. So please do those things, and thank you so much for joining me today. This was a really, really helpful session. I got so much work done today on this RPG. Again, you have to playtest an RPG, right? Like, it doesn't just come out of nowhere and it's ready to go. And I have to say that you guys are helping so much. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for making this so much fun. And thank you for hearing me ramble about storytelling and role-playing games for the best part of 3 hours. As always, I do want to wind down a little bit and let you know that if you're going through a tough time right now and you're feeling like things are not going to get better, they will get better. Eventually, whatever feelings you have right now will pass and you'll get to enjoy the present once again. And even though it seems like it's really far away, it's good to just realize that if you keep going, you will get there. And I believe in you. I know that you can get there. And let's keep getting up in the morning and doing our best, okay? No matter the feelings that we have, no matter how tough it may be at the moment, let's keep going out there and trying our best, okay? I believe in you. Take care, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.